Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Trails to Azure. I'm Aram, I'm playing this game, and I'm here with my friends Austin and Mo.
Hi!
Jello was here, has been pulled away temporarily, so he will join us when he joins us. Last time on Trails to Azure... Fuck! Kia got kidnapped. We went to save, by Arios apparently. We went to save her. We went through the Castle of Mirrors and got to the top and found a big, spooky, like, Dr. Stinko's bug factory machine, with lots of pipes for lasers to go through. And we also found Arios and Maribel, who was dressed as a Power Rangers villain. And we learned that between the two of them, Ouroboros and Dieter, so the Croy family has basically been the power behind Crossbell for hundreds and hundreds of years, since they had stewardship of the Septarian of Mirage, which had the ability to influence basically causality, and was a sentient being that got sad and decided to leave. And humans were like, no, but we want our Septarian. And she was like, she did the gif where it does the peace sign and fades away. And they didn't want to accept that, so they decided to hatch an insane, over a millennia-long scheme to create a new Septarian of Mirage, starting with the seed of an artificial human, Kia, who would then basically absorb power and knowledge gradually over time until she could emerge as like a transcendent being with all the original Septarian's powers and more. The exact details of how that worked, we haven't learned yet. We'll learn more later in this game, but they, among other things, they basically created the cult as a useful go-between to stash Kia with them and have her, and have them, grow her in a pod for them, basically. Anyway, now she's done and ready to come out of the oven. So, yeah, they had her go ahead and ascend to godhood. She deleted the invading Imperial and Republican armies. And we beat up Arios, but he cutscene killed us. And, basically broke us up and threw at least Lloyd's ass in jail. So several weeks went by off screen. Cold Steel 1 finished, and most of Cold Steel 2 happened in that time. And Lloyd finally decided he'd had enough, that normal human Lloyd Bannings is the one man no prison can hold. So he broke out and is on the run now. Got an assist from an unlikely ally in Garcia Rossi, who was just still in jail after we caught him at the end of Zero. And from Zeit, who is the divine guardian of the Crossbell region, and now free to do whatever the fuck he wants because the Septarian is gone. So he's just been hanging out for all that time. Not explaining the plot to us. Which, I guess... You know, I want to be mad, but he's still better than Celine in that regard, so I'm gonna give him a pass this time. Anyway, so we broke out of jail, and we've met up with all the church people, with Kevin and Reese and Wazy and Abbas, who it turns out are actually members of the church. They're not merely the Testaments, yeah! And we're making a plan to strike back instead of running away. We're gonna try and get back into the city somehow and save everyone.
Yeah!
Man, this whole time, Wazy had a job. He's out here escorting on the church's dime. Shit.
Yep.
Yeah, so we're flying around on these stealth planes that every dominion of the church has.
Ooh, a flat screen.
We'll be taking care of the Ion, just as planned. You guys be careful.
Same to you, Heretic Hunter. Pardon me. Thousand Hand Guardian. It may not be your title anymore, but that doesn't mean you can't live up to it every now and then.
I guess so.
I see you derived your new title from the legendary Thousand Arms herself, Rufina Argent. If you want to know her, you'll play Sky the Third, but I'm sure not gonna. It is very fitting, Father Graham.
Thanks. Sounds like a long story that I'm not going to play.
Sounds like a long story with very little gameplay, highly disconnected from all the story elements.
Hey Lloyd, the going's about to get tough, but hang in there. Crossbell being the spot it is, don't expect any backup coming to help. If I have one word of advice, it's don't forget the bonds you've made. You'll need them. The bonds I've made? I understand. I'll keep that in mind.
May Idios watch over you, Lloyd. Also, please help Ellie as soon as you can.
Oh no, I'm growing! Of course I will!
Wazy, I can't believe you got my favorite movie. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids 2. Honey, we blew up the baby.
Honey, you're not gonna believe this shit, part 2! I did it again!
I've activated the optical camouflage. Keep in mind the effect itself is not perfect. It also comes with the drawback of reduced top speed.
What that means is, if we tried to fly into restricted airspace at this speed, the fast ion would catch us in no time. We wouldn't stand a chance in a direct confrontation. That's why the 5th Merkaba is playing decoy.
In other words, they can create our opening.
Show us what the rails protectors can do then.
Woof!
Bark. Woof. Scree.
Oh, it's gonna.
Pew!
And so these things are now just sort of patrolling.
Yeah, they're just kind of
airspace
autonomously patrolling the airspace around Crossbell.
Man.
Welcome to the
Pretty good plan, huh?
welcome to the longest chapter in any Trails game. It is insane that they start the finale here and don't have another chapter break.
Jeez.
We managed to break through, but Crossbell has already been infused with the Septarian from the looks of it. If we're not careful, the Ions will come after us again.
So there's a limit to how much we can rely on this airship.
Correct. Were we to land, this is just Abbas again. The size of the ship would easily be noticed by the network of pleroma grass.
Yeah, so getting us on the ground is going to be a hassle. That's why I want to use a convenient little blind spot in the Septium Vein's influence.
Blind spot?
By nature, the Septium Vein's influence is large enough to cover the land. However, even among the streams of Septium Veins, there are still gaps where they cannot reach.
I think I get it. So if we land in that gap, we won't be noticed.
More or less. The point we're at now is exactly the kind of spot I've been looking for.
This is the sandbar on Ursula Road, the same spot that cryptid appeared. But how'd you find it so quickly?
Abbas and I already scouted it out beforehand, obviously. With a little bit of trickery, we used it to escape Crossbell when the things were going bad.
So that's where...
How thorough of you.
Well, this is the only spot like it we've found. In the future, we'll have to find other blind spots where we can land. So, what's the plan? With that barrier around the city, there's no way we can go that way.
I know that. Still, I think it would be best to get our feet on the ground now. I want to get a feel for what's happening down there with my own eyes, even if it's just a little. This is also an opportunity to check on the situation at St. Ursula Hospital.
Fair enough.
Then descend we shall. What troubles you?
I can't understand a single word you say. I know it's a little late to ask, but why are you helping us, Sight?
I heard a little about the dragon that appeared during the Laberl incident. Basically, you holy beasts aren't allowed to interfere with the destinies of the Septarians, right?
Precisely. That is part of the pact we have made. However, as the Septarion of Mirage has long since been lost, my duty has already come to an end. With those shackles removed, I am allowed to move more freely. I may lend at least a modicum of help to the children of man.
So that's how it is.
Is that why you helped us in the Warhound case back then, too?
Nah, that shit was just funny. I cannot give you my indefinite support, but I can lend you my aid for the time being. Simply consider this part of my duty as a police dog, if it pleases you.
Aw, sure, we're glad to have you aboard.
That's right. The three of us will have to do for now. When you're ready to disembark, just let Abbas know and he'll take us down. The Merkaba also has a few facilities down here. Whatever, we can do stuff here.
What a good boy! What a good boy!
So,
And this holy beast, we have just been throwing him JPEG salad bits.
pretty much, yeah.
Ugh, just hanging out on our floor.
So you can see
we have
Wazy has his new portrait. He also
Love
got his new S-Craft, which is far and away the strongest S-Craft in the game for whatever reason. Pretty much does
Cool.
as much damage with a normal hit as anyone else's does with a crit, and it has a large area of effect. It's also
He was
magic
holding
based. This is the point in the game where Wazy goes from being a weird half and half physical magic character to just the pure strongest offensive caster. I'm not gonna bother doing all the orbment shit because I've got to save. I'm gonna load. I just wanted to show you that we have Wazy back. We've also got playable Zeit. He's just here now.
Well, I'm glad that Zeit had something going on, because I sure did feel like it was weird that we got this dog so early in the game. He just sat around in our house for such a long time.
Yeah, I feel like they could have moved Zeit's chapter ahead a little bit.
Yeah, he doesn't really need to be in 0 for sure. But if they were gonna put him in 0, he probably needed to do anything.
They should have just put his chapter maybe 2 chapters later than they did.
The spot we are aiming for has already been pinpointed. Simply give the order when you are ready to land at the Ursula Road sandbar. Okay, let's fucking go.
Let's fucking do this.
Camera bonks into the
Does the
ceiling.
dog have an orbment? No. He doesn't have an orbment, and he doesn't have an S-Craft, but he's got good base stats and 3 fairly useful regular crafts. He's mostly just here... I don't know, I think they probably could have just left it Lloyd and Wazy and balanced around it, but I guess they wanted to feel like Zeit was gonna, do anything other than deliver some exposition and then resume doing nothing.
Yeah. I take it the others will continue monitoring what's happening from above.
That's the plan. They're more likely to be discovered if they stay at ground level. Alright.
Ooh.
In the name of she who dwells above, do I hold this consecrated septium.
Oh, it's similar to what Sister Marble did.
Ah, this would be the Graal's thaumaturgy, correct?
Earth's amber glow, space's golden glow. By your opposing natures, form a sanctuary to protect this chariot from ever watchful eyes.
I do decree that the earth is flat.
By your opposing natures, I pronounce thee husband and wife.
What is this?
It's a warp
I now
circle
kiss the sand.
that can open a gap in the septium vein's influence. It's also invisible to anyone who hasn't been aboard the Merkaba. Impressive, no? We should be able to use it for as long as we need to.
Wait, how does that work?
Bullshit.
Oh, we upon getting into the Merkaba, we injected you with nanomachines.
Yes.
I knew it. I'm speechless. I guess it's finally dawning on me that you really are one of the church's knights. After working with you for so long, it's strange to see you talk about these things so naturally.
I'm still the cool, calm, and collected playboy you've always known, Lloyd. But never mind that. What's our next move? Should we try heading to St. Ursula?
Yeah, I'd like to confirm the situation's there since it's nearby. It also wouldn't hurt to at least scout in the direction of Crossbell City to see what it's like.
I'm fine with that as well. However, be aware that cryptids have begun to appear on the highways due to the pleroma grass. It would be wise to tread carefully.
Duly noted.
Then let's be off. Yep. So, this upcoming segment works pretty much like most of, like Cold Steel 2 or 4. Actually, I think this game structure, even though the first 2/3 is a complete mess, this last part of the game, I think, shows a very good template for how they could have done Cold Steel 2 as part of Cold Steel 1 or 3 as part of 4. They didn't need a whole game of secretly traversing the countryside and getting your friends back and doing shit. Because it actually, the pacing, I think, for this last part works fine in this game.
Do you do it in just any order you want, or...?
You'll see.
I see.
I didn't actually do this when I was playing off stream, but since they said, "Oh, we should check in the direction of the city," I'm guessing there's a little cutscene if we go up there. These should be. Yeah, these are just these enemies have not leveled up. These snails, at least. Ooh.
We made it all the way to the barrier covering the city. Seeing it up close like this makes me sick.
You can tell it's covering Crossbell City like a dome from the Merkaba. Some things can still pass through. Trucks carrying rations, emergency vehicles, and the defense force in the Red Constellation, obviously. Who can pass through is likely decided by the President.
Yes, and those without permission will not be able to physically pass through at all. It would be a waste of time to try to enter the city until the barrier has been dealt with.
God damn it, I can't believe the President built a wall. I know. Keep waiting for me, Kia. I'm coming.
Is Zeit's voice just that deep? Yeah. I'm doing it that way because that's what his Japanese in-battle voice lines sound like.
Oh. That's a pretty good monster.
The gorilla with horns?
Yeah, the Yeti.
Yeah.
Yeah, those fuckers are always pretty scary. Some versions more than others, and some games more than others, but they're usually, like, disproportionately strong compared to the other monsters in an area.
I think, like, the first boss in Cold Steel is one of those. The first, like, real
first
boss.
Gideon flute boss.
Yeah. The first real boss in Cold Steel is one of those, and because it's the first boss, it is the hardest boss in the game.
Wow, so Croy stops pretending that he didn't hire the Red Constellation, huh? We'll see more about that situation later, but basically, yes. Oh, fuck.
Look, it's from the Pokemon from the Pokemon movie.
Ow.
Well, it's Lugia.
Oh shit, it's Lugia!
Speak to Earth and Mirage.
Takes a picture.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Luckily, now we're late in the game and arts can begin to shine, so I'm just gonna double... I don't think this thing can be stat down, but let me check. Oh, it can! Okay, this will be pretty easy then. I'm just gonna double...
Oh god.
buff us on art strength. Yeah! 13,000 damage,
fucked.
baby!
Yeah.
Let's see. Was it Earth and... It was Earth and Mirage. Yeah, I guess just this. Wazy doesn't have a really strong Mirage. That's okay. Oh, Zeit does.
Yeah, I get arts. I ate Kia's ornament.
If he is susceptible to stat down, I should just speed down as well, actually. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Deathcraft.
Yeah, we gotta see Wazy's S-Craft.
Oh, we got a crit Avalon Gate here. Let's see how much damage this does. Ah, that was like another
Wow.
12,000 on that crit.
Might as well just go
Let's
up to
see. I'm just gonna... Yeah, I'm gonna need to put that buff back up, but that's okay. Do I want to bother trying to stop that? Oh, I don't have any CP, so I can't. That's fine. I'll just buff. This fucking voice.
Yokuro.
Anyway, dead.
Nice.
Did he get a new Master Quartz as well?
I don't remember if he comes back with a new one. He might, yeah. Show Wazy's Super S-Craft. Oh, right, I skipped the animation there. Don't worry, you'll get a chance to see it.
Oh, where did that one come from? If cryptids are appearing on the highways, there's no way that buses are returning to the city, right?
Zeit doesn't have an S-Craft. Also, Zeit opens the gates of heaven as a normal craft.
Yeah.
I can't imagine they are, though I doubt the Defense Force is having any trouble coming and going as they please.
If there's no way in or out of the city, then the citizens' health and morale must be suffering.
Yes, that is a natural conclusion. Ursula herself must be looking out at us in grief.
Ursula? Oh, you mean the same woman from The Saint and the White Wolf? Wait, was the White Wolf from that story you, Zeit?
The story of a young caretaker who was persecuted by a feudal lord, right? She's considered a saint in the church's canon, too.
Yes.
Is that the book from the last game?
No, last game was Back Alley Dr. Glenn. I don't think Saint and the White Wolf has been a Ultimate Weapon book yet. We'll see.
Yes, and in life she was a compassionate young woman. However, she did not lose her life as the story depicts. She in fact escaped death. She later married the knight who protected her, and their descendants still live in these lands.
Really? Oh, wait.
Truth is often stranger than fiction.
That's probably the Croises, huh?
I don't know, actually.
Maybe.
I noticed Wazy got a CP regen in between battle. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what the context for this. It might have been mentioned near the start of Zero. The story, maybe? Yeah. No, it's some other character, though. Yeah, if anyone knows, if any Trails lore junkies know who the descendants are, I'd be interested.
Is that... Cecile? Oh, interesting.
Oh.
Oh, that makes sense.
A Defense Force unit.
Regarding the hospital, timing couldn't be worse.
We can't afford to have the Defense Force spot us out here.
Right. It'd be easier to just avoid them. That said, we've no way of knowing the gaps in their patrol routes.
God, it's like a perfect wall. It's they're guarding them guarding the road like this. There's that rock in the way, so we can't just get off the road. And look, that hill right there, it goes up at least
like a 30-degree angle.
15-degree angle. So how the hell are we gonna get on that?
Okay, I'm back.
Hello.
I was sitting here, but only absorbed about 30% of what was going on. So
That's okay.
I believe Tio was at the hospital.
What?
Are you certain?
Yes, I can faintly pick up her scent. However, I do not believe there are any other SSS members there.
No. Don't tell me Tio was... She couldn't have been hurt and hospitalized, could she?
That's the worst
My
thing that can
nose.
happen to someone in this universe.
My
It
nose
is.
does have its limits. However, I cannot deny that I share your sentiment of concern.
God, I hope we get Tio back so we can understand what the hell Zeit is saying. What should we do?
I may have a little trick up my sleeve. If I pull this one off, we should be able to confront the soldiers without them calling for reinforcements. Just pulls out a regular gun.
Really?
Oh, you have just the thing to pull one over on them, do you?
More or less. What's your call, Lloyd?
You don't even have to ask. One of our own needs us. We're going. I'm not going to pass this opportunity to get Tio back.
Then let us be off.
Sure, let's get this over with. You know, if this had been a Cold Steel game, there would have been a pause between Crossbell getting covered in that shield, and then being like, "We have to get everyone back together."
Yeah. I don't know if this is among the 30% that penetrated, but the upcoming segment is very similar to those parts of Cold Steel 2 and 4, and I love that it proves they can do it in a fraction of a chapter instead of half a game.
Yeah.
This is boring. Why do we have to be posted on watch duty in a dull place like this?
Stop complaining. Bannings, that fugitive from the SSS, is still on the lam.
Ha! What's a single detective gonna do if he shows up here? He'd be done for. Doesn't he know we're the CDF? Besides, if he had any common sense, he'd probably escape the state by now.
Our middle letter is being graded by academic letter grade.
Yeah,
Previously we didn't
that joke.
Previously we didn't even rank, but now we're a D. Hypothetically, we might win versus some opponents.
Still, I heard that he had some kind of crazy monster help him escape. Is it true that one of the guys from the 4th Regiment was nearly eaten by it?
That has to be something they made up. But enough about that. If we're here, we may as well sneak a peek at Ilya.
Guys,
She's still hospitalized, right? Yeah, she's like half
crushed by a chandelier.
Yeah, she should be.
Her body is
You
just like
fucking
half
freak.
missing.
I hope she makes a speedy recovery.
At least we can agree on that.
Nani?
Lloyd Bannings!
He actually showed up here.
And just who do you think you are calling a monster?
Give him a break. It's an easy mistake to make when you're in that form, right?
I'd rather not have to fight you. But if you're going to stand in our way, we will go through you. Impudent little!
They're outnumbered! Surround and arrest them!
Roger!
CDF
was
Guard
that dog
3 says
talking?
something too. Alright.
So, I do have to hang my head and say Zeit did matter, especially since he's a party member. I still don't think he should have been introduced nearly as early as he
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was saying that he could have been introduced like 2 chapters later, and it would have been a little he would have stuck in he would have stuck in the mind a little better.
He could have been like a 2-time cameo max in the first game, and then like shown up in this one halfway through, and it would have been fine.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So strong.
Oh my god! We're cutscene killing them!
Yeah!
Damn time.
I guess it's my turn now.
You're under arrest.
A Grawl medal?
Blue seal of mine shining from the abyss. Join with consciousness's silver glow and bestow upon them false memories.
What's happening?
It is a technique employed by the church that uses the power of suggestion. Even I find it to be rather mysterious.
Bro, why can't I play as these guys?
Not long ago, you confirmed that a large cryptid was approaching here. You managed to exterminate it. Sorry, I couldn't keep a straight face. You managed to deal with it, but after suffering severe injuries, you decided to return to base. You did not cite Bannings, and there was no sign that he would be coming soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. No sign of
No
Bannings
sign
yet. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Mo.
They get in the car and drive away. You fucking.
They just crashed
They
right
crashed
into that
right
bus
into-
stop. Yeah.
Oh.
How in the...
Manipulation to that extent should not be possible through mere suggestion. Am I to presume this technique relies on the power of your stigma?
No keeping secrets from a holy beast, is there?
I'm just saying, like, there are enough of you guys to make, like, a full party at this point. Like, they should give us a Gralsritter game. Stigma.
That's like the only thing I'd be like actively excited for in the Trails universe getting announced is like the Altai, or wherever they're from, the Gralsritter game.
Yeah.
Yeah, not something I like to talk about, to be honest. That aside, what I did has its limits. The effect will last only 2, maybe 3 days at most. That's insane.
Still pretty great, yeah.
We also can't rely on this too much. The defense force will be looking for signs of it once they figure it out.
Yeah, but like...
Makes sense. I'll keep that in mind. All right, guys, we know that they have mind
This is
control
Tio.
powers, so we're fucked.
Lazy? Zeit?
Baby.
I single-handedly broke out of the hospital easily.
Tio!
You seem to be doing well.
There's some much needed good news.
Thank goodness! I'd heard you were in the hospital, so I was worried. You're okay, right? You weren't injured, were you?
Lloyd. It's really you, Lloyd!
Aww.
What is that breastplate made of?
Steel.
What are you doing here? I heard they put you in prison. It was on the Orville net. I saw you escape and get chased by those soldiers, and I know they were just the CDF, but...
No, there were some mobsters in there, too.
Oh my god! I've been so worried.
Oh, Tio.
Tio! When did you get here?
Tio! I'm sorry. I didn't mean to worry you like that. But I'm okay. Everything's gonna be alright. Zeit and Wazy helped me return to Crossbell. You can relax now. I'm here.
So fucking cute.
Oh, this is so romantic. Shame we have to interrupt them. I don't remember which woman is which, so whatever. There is 2 of them.
Fran! Oh, Fran's doing alright.
Cecile and Fran!
Funny meeting you here, Lloyd.
I'm so glad you're safe. You've had no idea how worried I was, Lloyd.
Sorry about that. I know I've caused you all some grief. Anyway, you look great, Fran. Like you're back at 100%.
Yep, my injuries finished healing a while ago. But because of everything that's been happening, I haven't been able to go back to work.
That explains why you're here. Still, I'm glad you're doing better.
Also, I hear my sister's the dumbest character in this game.
Yeah!
You're trolling out.
By the way, why is Lazy dressed like that? He doesn't look like a slut. And what is Zeit doing here?
Oh, don't
He
worry.
also
he's still
doesn't
a
look
slut.
like a slut.
It's a bit of a long story.
Long or not, they deserve a proper explanation of everything that has happened up to now. Off-screen, preferably.
Wait,
Am I the only one who... Huh? What's the matter?
That's a good joke.
Well, the thing is...
I get it now. You've always been able to understand him, so you didn't notice right away, did you?
Zeit? Why are you speaking in human tongue?
Let me buy you coffee.
This
Thank
cannot
goodness
be
my
happening.
break just started.
I would hardly believe any of it if the evidence weren't all around us.
to think this would happen to the Crossbell we call home. Now I understand what's happened in our history to lead us to where we are now. In regard to both the crisis we're in and what's happened to Kia, too.
Yeah. Right now, there are only 2 things I want. First is to uncover the truth of all the unanswered questions we still have. Second is to bring everyone back together, and that includes Kia.
As if those 2 things aren't going to be absurdly difficult to pull off.
Yes, but would you expect any less from him?
Yes, even President could not change the kind of person Lloyd is.
I mean, I'm a lot angrier now, to be honest.
Yeah!
You should be. With that said, I completely share Lloyd's sentiments. I too am angry as a member of the SSS. And more importantly, as one of Kia's guardians and her family, I will be coming with you to fight.
This is nice, but we don't even need you to say that because it's so obvious you wouldn't refuse. You'd have to be an idiot to be an ex-SSS member and refuse the call. Looks directly at Fran. Hey, don't look at me.
Thank you, Tio. I wouldn't have it any other way. I'll be counting on you. Come to think of it, how did you wind up at St. Ursula of all places, Tio?
Did I not tell you my last name is Ursula? I was brought here by Arios. On Mariabelle's orders, I suspect. They divided the members of the SSS into different locations to monitor us. The most likely explanation is they suspect if we were all imprisoned in the same place, we could retaliate and have an effect on Kia.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense, actually. They're not wrong.
It's nice of them not to kill us.
In that case, don't be ridiculous. They couldn't kill us. They could separate us, maybe. But
It's
in
a
that
good
case,
thing none of us were hospitalized.
yeah, in that case, we're gonna have to search everywhere to find Ellie and Randy.
They wouldn't kill us. The worst they'd do is drop a 50-ton chandelier on us from 100 feet up.
Yeah.
They wouldn't kill us. The worst they could do is turn us into a sword or something stupid and then unkill us later. There's also the possibility that they're currently in Crossbell City, which would make reaching them impossible. Then again, the fact that Tio was here means there's a good chance they're both outside the city.
That is true. If Kia's in the city, it would make sense they'd want to keep you four as far away from her as possible.
I have a question. Could I come with all of you too?
I hear
Oh,
you're down
yeah.
a seeker.
Oh yeah, Fran, here, take these
These
submachine guns.
clothes and ornaments I happen to have lying around. Where is this coming from, Fran?
I know I can't join all of you on the front lines and fight, but I can still be your operator, just like I was before. You said something about using Wazy's airship to move around, right? So please, I can stay here. Oh, there. I can stay there and help all of you while you're on the ground.
Cool,
Boy.
fucking cool, Joker.
The more we play this game, the more I'm like, God, nothing about Cold Steel is worth a damn except the battle system. They really did everything again.
Should we, Lloyd?
Well, I admit the Merkaba is short on staff and could use the help. I'll leave the decision in your hands, Lloyd.
Let's be clear. Your older sister is still currently with the Defense Force, Fran. Coming with us means fighting against Noelle. Are you really okay with that?
She chose her side.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, I am. You're right. I don't want to have to fight Noe. But even still, I have a duty as a member of the CPD. I can't stand back and watch what's happening to my home.
I understand. All right, then. We're happy to have you aboard, Fran.
Based Fran.
Thanks for having me, Lloyd.
Based
Hell yeah.
and Fran-pilled.
It is
Here.
good to have you back, friend.
Can you like imagine if Fran just joined the SSS wholesale and they like never talked about Noelle again because they're like, I don't know, she didn't really have an impact. I think Abbas will be the happiest. His work loud is a boot to go doon drastically.
Here's your special weapon that only you can equip, Fran. It's a brick.
Here's a lockpick. It may be helpful if you, the master of unlocking, take it with you.
Sounds like everything's settled then.
I guess so. That means it's time for us to head out, Cecile.
Yes, I know. Please be careful out there. My place is here, so I know I can't help you all directly right now. Even so, I'll be praying for you while I help everyone at St. Ursula.
Thank you. That's more than enough.
Thank you for everything, Cecile. You took such care.
I can't read today.
You took such good care of me. I owe you so much.
Jello every stream. I can't read today.
Look,
Sorry.
I might be illiterate. I'm just guessing.
Come now, if you keep crying like that, you're going to spoil that cute face of yours. Oh, come to think of it, shouldn't you be packing your things if you're leaving with them, Fran? You should prepare a change of clothes at the very least.
Oh, don't worry. We've got them
we
right
got it
here.
covered.
Oh, you're right. I have to start packing. Sorry, guys. I'll get it done as quick as I can, so sit tight.
She's adorable.
I love Fran.
Fran's great.
Things on board will be much livelier with her around.
Of course. Part of the reason I was for it was for the sake of the Merkaba's morale.
Oh, one more thing just came to mind. Since you're waiting for her, why not use this as an opportunity to visit Inspector Donovan and Ilya?
Because I don't care about either of them.
Donovan.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Do you mean they're...
That's right. They recently both woke up.
Sadly, Ilya is in no condition to walk.
She is lucky, Tio.
Yeah.
Inspector Donovan is doing well, however.
Oh, thank goodness they're both doing better.
Tio kind of looks at Lloyd.
You guys know Inspector Donovan, right?
She gives her face like, do you guys know who this is? He's been talking to me like I know him. I think it's a great idea. And it'll stave off boredom while waiting for Fran, if nothing else.
Yeah, let's go see them.
I will join you.
Me coming along would likely just cause alarm among the patients, so I will wait here for you to finish.
There's a wolf in the lobby.
Really nice of all these people, like, to not report Lloyd Bannings or his talking wolf.
Yeah.
Oh, they would report you, but we're all on a break.
Yeah.
We're all on a break from our job as snitches.
The telephone line actually won't go through the force field. It's a bit of a problem.
Not to be rude, but do we have to read this scene?
I honestly don't remember if anything in this scene matters.
Yeah, I don't know who you are.
Sorry, Inspector Donovan, you don't
If
now.
you were important, you would have a portrait.
There you guys are.
She's so cute.
Hey, friend, you all done packing and getting dressed?
You betcha. How do I look?
Oh.
I have missed seeing you in your uniform, Fran. Welcome back to the Force. I've missed it too. Did you visit Inspector Donovan yet?
Technically,
so.
yes.
Who's that?
Oh, I guess I am. I have to thank him once again.
Oh, no, okay, that's fair.
He did do that.
He did save my life during the raid.
We understand.
And that
Go
was
do it.
really bold of him, considering I have a portrait and he doesn't. The dangers were so much greater to him.
Maybe. Yeah, we understand. You go do what you have to. We'll wait up.
Thanks. See you guys in a bit.
While she does that, should we go visit with Ilya?
Who's Ilya? Yeah, sounds good.
What? Okay, so there's a present on the corner of her desk. My eyes didn't focus on it right, and it's almost like at an angle, so that I thought it was just big blocky pixels, and I thought that was like pixelated because it was like an adult object or something. I was like, what the hell is that?
Oh, I see what you mean.
Oh, visitors? Who is it? You can come in.
You think Ilya would be the Jello girl, wouldn't you?
Please excuse us.
I mean, she's pretty.
She's pretty.
Hey there, Tio. Did you bring
I mean, at least now that she's in hospital garb for the rest of us, we don't have to see her weird, normal street clothes.
Is that who I think it is? And you're Wazy, right?
Yeah, we fucked. I read the line.
It's been a long time, Ilya. Oh, man. Is that a JPEG bear? Oh, that looks delicious. Sorry it took me so long to come see you.
Don't be ridiculous, silly. You three take a seat and make yourselves comfortable. You're welcome to help yourself to any of the bears that fans have been sending me. I think the cookies should be good.
Cookies acquired.
I hadn't realized just how tight a spot you guys are in. It's crazy to think how far Crossbell has fallen in the time since that chandelier has fallen on me.
Yeah.
No one would blame you if you thought you were still dreaming right now.
I know I'm not. The frustration from not being able to move my legs is sobering enough, thank you very much. If only I could walk out of here and see the state Arkansas is with my own eyes.
Hey, Ilya. About your condition. Are you...
Oh, I'll make a full recovery, I'm sure. Yeah. Dr. Salen told me she doesn't know whether I'll ever be able to walk again. Though she didn't rule it out either.
I thought that might be it.
Enough with the sad faces, you two. Are you trying to bum me out?
God, I took the F from faces and my brain recombined that. Like, are you trying to bum fuck me?
God.
Okay. I can see how that would happen.
Listen here, if I become convinced that it's impossible, then the chance of me walking again really does become 0, right?
Trails from 0.
What? Trails from 0% chance of walking. This is no different than working the stage. I have a goal to pursue, like I always have. So no matter how painful or hopeless it might seem, as long as I've got a ray of hope, then it'll be light at the end of the tunnel. Same goes for all of you.
You're something else.
Am I? I don't think I said anything all that out of the ordinary. Besides, I think what you're trying to accomplish is a lot harder than what I am.
I'm just trying to walk.
Is it?
Put that in perspective. Oh, put in that perspective. It is hard to ignore just how difficult our path is going to be.
I say don't shy away from it. I'm not. People will do whatever it takes to fight for what's most important to them.
Do you know how many times Jello has called 2 men in a truck to get his fucking money? Never give up.
To some extent, I think that's what makes us human.
What makes us human?
Well put.
Though I won't deny for a second that I've always been greedy. Good enough isn't good enough for yours truly. Still, I don't think I'm the only one like that. The same could be said of all our troop members. Risha, too, of course.
Ilya.
Do me a favor. If you see her, there's a message I want you to pass along. What's most important to you? Can you sit there and do nothing when what you hold dear needs you?
Sure thing. When we find Risha, we'll tell her we'll tell her you said that.
I'll hold you to that.
That's the kill code in her brainwashing.
Wow.
You know, so Ilya is actually a character, like, archetype that I really love, which is, like, a well-meaning, borderline sociopath.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like if we could just take away all the,
Aggressive lesbianism.
yeah, the aggressive lesbianism, I would really love
I very much agree. I like what they do with her, especially in this game. It's just a shame it's stapled to proto-Angelica.
It's just like sexual harassment, like a lot of it.
Mo, if you like that type of character, you should read the Baccano light novels, because it's basically 80% that.
Listen, that's the type of thing I love. I love me.
Well-meaning sociopaths, you mean?
Yeah. I love very specific I love well-meaning sociopaths. My favorite is Elmer is the best example I have of this. This character has all of the makings of a villain in the way they operate. It's just that the thing they want is very nice. Like, and if they wanted something bad, they would be a monster.
Just a fucking menace.
Yeah, I love that shit.
Mm-hmm.
She's incredible. That fervent dancer moniker follows her even when she's in no shape to dance.
Actually, I was just thinking her Sun Princess persona is more true to life than act. I have had the chance to speak with her several times since I was stranded here. I do not know how I would have kept it together if not for her and Cecile.
Glad to hear it. Now we have to find Risha, too.
Easier said than done. That one will likely come down to Idios' will.
Should we head back and check on Fran?
Yeah, she must be ready by now.
I also skipped the cutscene with Donovan.
Yeah.
This party we have right now, it gave me like a weird flashback because Fran and Wazy have the same hair color as Yuna and Muse. So it's like, whoa, wait, hang on. What party are we looking at?
I love that they just teleported us back here without giving us another conversation where we just reconfirm what we're doing.
Wow, very rare. Has anyone mentioned that this ship is the shape of a shoe, by the way?
Yeah, people have been talking about it because there were two of them. There were two of them earlier, and they look like slippers.
These are Idios's sandals. We are the ultimate foot fetish.
I am detecting another gap in the septium veins influence. I will relay you the data. Okie dokie. Click clack, coordinates identified. It's in northeast Crossbell, near Amorica Village.
That's great.
These two are quite helpful. Plato's perception is of course useful, but having a dedicated navigator has also raised the ship's operational efficiency.
I love what must this voice feel like to people who are unfamiliar with its source? Jesus Christ.
I'm still flying by the seat of my pants.
Searching for places we can land will be much easier with you aboard. So, what now? Would you like to head to our new landing point?
Yeah, we should go confirm the situation in Armorica Village too.
Full speed ahead. Destination Armorican airspace.
Course set, maintaining high alert.
I love that if we do move to Skies of Arcadia after this, you guys are going to see that this feels like... Skies of Arcadia feels like a second cousin to a lot of Trails shit, especially when you're in the air
Like
with a crew.
Sky stuff, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's how Jay tricked me into getting into this series. He was like, it's a cute RPG with airships. And I was like, there aren't any airships in the first game. And he was like, I gotcha.
I just got Abbas's Palm Party account.
Can you defeat me?
Can you dig
Would you like to
it?
play Palm Party?
Lloyd immediately turns and runs away.
Where are you going?
You going?
I just have to see the little chibi version of Abbas that's gonna appear in the background.
Nah.
We managed to disembark well enough. But look at what's happened to their lotus fields.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it actually is.
Yeah, they're nothing like they were. It's everywhere.
This must be a byproduct of Kia's awakening.
I do love, like, this is a very cool aesthetic for a surveillanced country.
Zeit, are there any cryptids nearby?
I do not sense any for the moment. We will be able to use that warp circle without fear of them attacking.
Good to know. Now that we're here, let's start by visiting with Chief Tolta.
A wise decision.
Who?
Just the village guy.
A lot has happened these last several weeks, all right? I was terrified when you walked in here with that wolf of yours.
Zeit kill!
Sorry about that.
My apologies. It was not my intention to frighten you.
That's all right. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I'd have the honor of meeting a divine wolf from legend in person. Thankfully, the Defense Force has largely ignored our village. You're safe here and welcome to stay as long as you need to.
Thanks, Chief Tolta.
Seconded. Thank you for the hospitality.
There were many people back at the hospital who were critical of President Croiss's actions. How do the people in your village feel about what's happening?
Well, our village has always had a tenuous connection to what happens in the city, or statewide topics for that matter. It's hard to imagine we live in the same place that's been crazed over independence. I will say that our harvests have been down thanks to the appearance of those cryptids.
On the other hand, we've been making yeast out of those flowers.
We've sort of refined it and made a sort of candy out of it. It's kind of a blue crystal. As I said, the Defense Force seldom ventures here, so we haven't had much help in dealing with those monsters either.
It's kind of a blue crystal. Made it with some help from a nice young man from the Bracer Guild with a strange accent.
Wenzel, I believe.
Sorry to hear that.
Their negligence is shameful.
Those who dwell in the city have always been ignorant of those in the outlying settlements. However, their negligence is inexcusable.
Truth be told, the president doesn't have my support at the very least.
I didn't vote for him.
Fuck. That said, the opinion of our little village is nothing compared to the masses in the city. I'm unsure we can do much to help.
That's understandable.
We'll keep an eye out for the cryptids while we're here. Aside from that, have you had any other pressing issues lately? I hope the village hasn't become restless to the point of anyone becoming violent.
Well, we lost a cat that you'll have to locate.
Yeah.
Not at all. Thankfully, things haven't come to that. The village has pulled together to see us through this crisis as best we can. Having Harold and his family here has been great.
You mean the Hayworths are here?
So he came here with his family then.
That's right. We arrived just before that barrier went up. Shortly after, the travel restrictions were put in place on the highway, so they've been staying here since.
That makes sense.
The Hayworths are staying on the second floor of the ash tree. You're welcome to pay them a visit if you'd like.
We'll be sure to do that.
It's been a while. Let's go check up on them. Jello doesn't remember who this is.
This is
Ren's
like
parents?
nice looking man. Yeah, it's Ren's parents. Pink hair man and his red hair wife. This takes me back. I think he was at the inn when we met him originally, and he got to be like, "Hello, it's me. Nice-looking man. I hear you're investigating the strange goings-on around here. I hope I can be of some help."
Yeah, I was doing the Sid thing of having everything just
Random
sound
pauses,
suspicious.
yeah. It's the big doggy!
Could it be?
I'm a nice-looking man.
Is that you, Lloyd? Thank goodness you're all right. It's good to see you, Mr. Hayworth.
Big doggy? Would that child be referring to me?
Obviously. I do not know who else it could be.
Who says a divine wolf can't double as a cute puppy dog? I've doubled as a cute pup. Oh.
I was worried when I first heard you were arrested, Lloyd. To make matters worse, I was then told you had become a fugitive. Thank goodness you're safe.
You wouldn't happen to know if there's a bounty on you.
Yeah. Sorry to have worried you.
My goodness. That high of a bounty. Someone who knew of your location could make a pretty penny. You'll have to keep your friends close. And your enemies closer.
Is it just you three right now? Where's the other SSS member?
We're unfortunately separated. We do not currently have any leads on where the others are.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
From what we heard, you all were here at the time the barrier went up around the city? That we were. We didn't have any clue what was happening that day. There have been strict travel restrictions ever since, and we've been unable to return to the city.
We'd be homeless if not for the hospitality of the villagers.
Are you like Randy's cousin or something?
Maybe. The innkeeper has been gracious enough to let us stay here until the restrictions are lifted.
Yeah, because you even have the blue eyes.
I think Randy's eyes are green, aren't they? Randy's and Shirley's.
I was thinking of Shirley's.
Yeah.
Shirley's are blue, aren't they?
Are they? Well, I guess we'll see at some point. I think the Orlando hair is darker red than hers. Though.
Yeah.
It's more unrealistically red.
Anime red, some might say. All of the children in the village have been very friendly to Colin.
Camille and Pulley play with me a whole lot. I want the doggy to play with us next time, too.
I shall consider it.
Haha, I'd appreciate that.
Wait, what the shit?
Yeah.
I've been doing what I can to repay the village for its kindness.
My goodness, a talking pooch. Truth really is stranger than fiction.
My skills aren't good for much at the moment, besides negotiating with the CDF when they visit on patrol.
Negotiating on matters such as perhaps...
I poke them with a stick and they die.
This is the location of a fugitive.
You should not sell yourself short. That is an important task given the situation. The villagers are likely much better off with a skilled trader being their point of contact.
Skilled traitor, indeed. I'll take your word for it. I just remembered. I heard something from the Defense Force that might interest you. What might that be? They say unidentified rebels have been operating in this area. Apparently, several Defense Force units have already been attacked. Is that true?
All things considered, I'm surprised anyone has the stones to do that.
It is unfortunate they are unidentified, but this is good to know all the same.
Agreed. We should look into this. Mr. Hayworth, do you have any idea where these rebels were last sighted? I was told that the attack happened on the ancient battlefield. A bridge off of Old Armorica Road leads there. It happened during one of the CDF's regular patrols. I don't know anything beyond that, though.
The ancient battlefield of Armorica, the locus of immeasurable bloodshed and the cult's foremost stronghold. Ruins there hold many hidden passages. One would make for an ideal hideout for a band of rebels.
Wandering there may be dangerous. Let's make sure we've prepared before we leave the village. Thank goodness there was an ancient ziggurat with which to build a resistance base.
Anyway, we go to the ancient battlefield. Oh!
Do you think that Gunther was like, when he was sieging the IBC, he was like waiting for the Croises to let him in and getting like increasingly annoyed they weren't doing it? He's like, what?
I mean, I don't think any of the cultists ever knew that it was, that the Croises were behind them.
It was clear at some point in history the cult was being directly and not secretly to the cult backed by the Croises. It is weird to me that Gunther would have forgotten that, given the insane old-timey knowledge he had about certain things. But let's go on.
Damn it!
We're trapped. Oh, whatever.
Oh.
The Red Constellation!
These must be the ones I smelled.
You could
Why didn't you say anything?
Yeah.
I probably did in the part that Aram skipped by loading the save.
That means you didn't say it.
Uh-huh.
And here we were, feeling down that we came up empty-handed. Some damn good prey fell square in our laps, huh?
Captain Randolph's buddies, huh? The President and Defense Force will owe us big time if we bring him in.
6 Jaegers and 4 military monsters.
Heh! Look alive, men! Prey is at its most dangerous when cornered. Take this nice and easy and neutralize them one by one. Let's see how long you can last against the Red Constellation. Come on, SSS! Bring it on!
Yes! Sorry. So one nice thing about Skies of Arcadia, especially if it comes off of Trails, Skies is pluckier, I think, than the Trails games, but people are allowed to die in Sky, and there's a pretty good amount of fatalities by the end of that game, actually.
Scattershot.
Boy, Zeit's voice is just the worst.
Ooh.
He sounds like a zombie.
Now we can show this off. I can't quite get them all, but that's okay.
Ooh.
Oh, is Wazy also part demon?
I don't think so, no. I think that's a manifestation of his holy stigma.
Bonk.
Ugh! How were they this strong? Yeah, you know what
The Defense Force doesn't hold it.
You know what this dialogue is.
I wonder who's gonna show up to save us. Wouldn't it be funny if it was Ellie? Oh, it's Zhao.
Oh.
No, this works.
Zhao Li!
Zhao Li!
You should have fled a long damn time ago!
This is you, Austin.
That was what we wanted you to believe.
Damn it!
Her Curse you!
Spineless bastard!
Don't back down, man. We have them outnumbered and out. Oh, fuck!
Ugh. That was...
You look way better in that outfit.
Yin!
You're still in Crossbell after all.
If bringing so few Jaegers is your idea of a joke, your sense of humor is lacking. I wanted to see who all the battles, like, in the mini games, were, like Palm Party and stuff. And I looked that up in CS4, and I gotta say, I genuinely like my interpretation of Sao more than his actual English voice actor.
Oh, yeah?
Just a shitty, squitty little guy. You'll do well not to underestimate Heiwa.
He doesn't have very many voiced lines in CS4, so I honestly don't remember what his
Yeah, I
voice
don't
sounds
remember
like.
what his...
It's just kind of normal.
I'm a man. I'm a man! I'm a man! Huh.
Since we have guests, we'll be the polite ones and allow you to leave this time.
Since we have men.
However, when you next return, I recommend bringing a more sizable force.
You'll need the Red Ogre or Bloody Shirley to come along too. The party wouldn't be complete without them.
I'll pass that along.
Don't regret it when your heads are on pikes.
Open the
Open
gate!
the gate!
Withdraw!
Withdraw.
We're interchangeably all the same guy. Fuck him. We're men!
Whew. It is over.
That was a little too close for comfort. I'm glad to be of service. Welcome to the Jello Power Hour. Good thing Aram took over Sight. We meet again, Detective Bannings, and friends. It's been far too long.
So, and...
I feel like letting
The
these
men.
guys go is dumb. Why not kill them? Correct! They are actually all, at best, you could call them mercenaries, but they are clearly fine with committing terrorism for money, and there's no jail that can hold them right now, so yes, no, they really should just kill those guys.
Sal would have killed them, but then he's like, oh god, if Lloyd shows up and we kill someone, he's gonna get all shitty
He's gonna
about
arrest
it.
me for murder, and he's gonna
He's
mean
gonna be a
it.
fucking... He's gonna be a fucking cop about it.
Risha,
So this is where you've been. You were with them.
Yes. This area is too exposed. We should take this somewhere else.
But of course. Considering the nature of this long-awaited reunion, shall we head to someplace with a pleasant view? Underground.
Shall we head someplace with a pleasant view? Just walks to be like 2 inches in front of Risha and stares at her boobs.
God. Interesting.
She has to stand like this, so I can't periscope her tits.
She's like, I can't see shit right now. So you've been hiding around here since the raid?
Correct. Hiding out in the Colt's old lodge was a convenient solution. After all, we could even observe Ouroboros tinkering with that giant bell.
the professor was here as well.
The same bell that hung in Central Square was used in the ritual to complete the Septarion of Zero. There's no doubt in my mind that it was an artifact this entire time.
It would seem that they returned it to the city once they were done here. We have been the only ones occupying this location ever since. Master Yin being the exception, of course. Risha. Rinsha.
Please, Lloyd, I know this is a lot to ask, but could you overlook what I've done? The
What have you
crimes I've
done?
committed in this state.
What crimes?
I mean, I did assassin shit.
When did you kill anyone on
Nobody-
screen?
Look,
Nobody
I
died.
did the baddest things you can do, given that no one can die. Okay.
You're an assassin though, which means you didn't do anything because your only job is to kill people, so you failed.
Yeah, but look, you and I both know that if circumstances weren't what they were, you'd probably be like, I'm afraid I have to arrest you, because, you know.
Are you? No, you're right. I'm afraid. I saw you litter once.
I cannot allow myself to be captured. But I intend to at least return to Calvard and not cause you all any more trouble. After I settle the score, that is.
You must mean...
You're seeking revenge.
Obviously.
Those monsters stole something precious. An irreplaceable star. The sun that gave everyone hope. I cannot forgive it. I cannot forget.
Which is why she so gracefully re-entered into a contract with us. We'll be working side by side to oppose the Red Constellation, as we should be.
Stay out of this.
Oh, I love Rude Lloyd now.
Listen to me, Risha. Are you aware that Ilya has awakened from her coma?
Is that true?
Yes, she regained consciousness immediately after the phenomenon on Independence Day. She has not fully recovered yet, but she is awake and alert, as lively as she ever was.
Oh, thank you, Idios. Thank you for your mercy.
Well, isn't that splendid? You left out an important detail, however. I'm told she's paralyzed from the waist down and may never walk again, much less dance. I'm Sal.
Did you?
You knew this entire time, didn't you? But of course. However, Master Yin explicitly told me she wanted to forget. Naturally, I complied. I love Sal. What a fucker.
Please, Master Sal. Like, fuck right off.
Goddamn, man.
Goddamn. Don't misunderstand us, Master Yin. Master Sal withheld that information to preserve your spirit.
Save your excuses. I've already made up my mind. Once I've settled this, I will leave Crossbell, never to return.
Until Cold Steel 2.
Excellent. Hayway looks... goddammit. Hayway looks forward to our continued cooperation. You all should consider this as well, SSS. We have different goals, but share a common foe. It would be to both of our benefits to join forces in these trying times. Wouldn't you agree?
I think I can agree to that. On the condition that Risha comes with us.
Huh?
Lloyd?
That's not technically a rein. Oh, really now?
Risha, I have a message for you from Ilya. What's most important to you? Can you sit there and do nothing when what you hold dear needs you? Despite everything, Ilya wasn't depressed at all. At first, I thought she was putting on a brave face to keep us from getting too down, but the truth quickly became clear to me.
She's one of those sociopaths, you know?
Ilya Platier will dance again. She believes so with all her heart. It'll be an uphill battle the whole way, but she knows that already.
She had total faith in herself. That kind of drive is difficult to attain.
Her determination has been infectious.
Ilya's decided what she wants, and she's doing everything she can to get back on that stage. So, Risha, what's most important to you? Revenge against the Red Constellation? The legacy of Yin that you inherited? Or could it be...
I can't say what you want me to say. All my life I've walked a blood-stained path bathed in shadows. These stains. I'll never be rid of them.
It's not what I asked you. I want to know what is the most precious thing in your life. What do you hold more dear than anything? What is the single thing above all others that drives you to live?
It's Arkansas!
Yeah.
I wanted to dance on that stage again. With her! With Ilya and Sully and everyone else! That's what I want!
I thought so. Master Sal.
Exceptional as always, Detective Bannings. You've certainly made a mess of my plans, haven't you? Or rather, perhaps it would be more apt to say that Miss Plotier won the day. I admit my defeat. Congratulations on your victory, and well done.
So,
Is that all you have to say for yourself?
Not at all. Truth be told, I'm fuming. But for the sake of cooperation, I'll swallow my pride and let it go. Master Yin, rather, Risha Mao, consider your current contract with Heiwei null and void. I leave you to your discretion.
thank you, Tsao.
You do well to remember that I have only given up this one time. I, Heiwei, have greater aspirations, and your strength factors into that. In the meantime, do take care. I wish you the best in returning to the stage you hold so dear.
Right. I will not falter.
Cut to Sao cutting a chandelier.
Just like with that hand, so
Yeah.
Some of your finest work yet, Lloyd.
Full of surprises, isn't he? A silver tongue like that should be illegal. Illegal!
It is abundantly clear why the divine child is so attached to you.
Easy, guys. I was only the messenger this time. I'm just glad I could fulfill Ilya's request.
I have a question, Detective Bannings. Where do you think I should direct this frustration of mine?
Come again?
Well, let's see. Since you prevented Risha from working with us, it would only be fair that you join us in her stead. With a little training, you'd be quite the asset on the front lines.
What?
Tsao, are you serious?
Why wouldn't he be? His skill with tonfas could be greatly enhanced by our martial arts. He likely has the aptitude for it. That's flattering, but I couldn't.
I thought you'd be used to being recruited by now. Now's as good a time as ever to make my offer. Want to join the Grossreiter? You'd get to spend a lot of quality time with yours truly.
That had better have been a joke, Lazy.
Ellie somewhere is like, oh, I wish I could have been there.
You know what? You know why I like Sao so much? He's the, I know more than you, mysterious fucker trope, which this series is fucking steeped in, for better or worse, or much worse. But, Sao, you kind of know what his deal is all the time, even without needing to be told any of it. He's just I'm an ambitious, conniving bastard.
He has an identifiable and understandable goal compared to most of this series' characters with that trope who are I'm trying to do something completely esoteric and bizarre that only makes any sense because we're in a JRPG.
And I don't know why they're doing it.
And Sao is just I like money. Would you like to help me get money and power? Excellent. I read this. All of these words fused together and became
New dating app. Detecting new gap. Relaying the data now, friend. I'm ready. Click, click, click. Fan's only downside is that she types out loud. Found it. It's to the northwest of Crossbell. It's halfway up Mines Mountain Path.
It's near mines? That means we can increase the number of areas we can reach.
I'm sure the enemy has started to notice our movements by now.
If I'm not mistaken, there has been a different resistance force than Heiwei operating from the Mainz area. The one in charge was a CGF guardsman who opposed the establishment of the Crossbell Defense Force.
Is that true?
I had simply assumed that all guardsmen would have been in favor of the CDF.
Their reasoning is understandable. The government mobilized the Red Constellation so shortly after it had decimated the Guardian Force. Those who could see through the deceit would not stand for it.
Wow, you'd think that someone with, strength of character would have been able to do that right away.
Yeah, oops.
Then could Noe also be?
No.
Your sister sucks.
Sadly, I seriously doubt it. We saw the choice Noelle made, and it was to protect Crossbell no matter the cost. I don't think she would waver from that decision so easily.
You're probably right.
Yeah, she fucking sucks.
Noe always has sucked, and incredibly sucked.
Goddamn.
Mean.
I think making contact with this resistance force would be for the best. So this is going to be that blonde lady that Randy
Oh,
maybe
yeah,
has
yeah,
a
yeah,
thing
probably.
with, right? Because we got to get Randy back now. Their cooperation could be just as valuable as Hayway's.
Agreed. We should touch down as soon as we can. But before that, Risha, do you want us to stop by St. Ursula?
Huh?
Ilya really wanted to see you. I know it's still complicated, but we can always visit her together if you want to.
No, I have to decline. I'm still not ready to stand in front of Ilya with my head held high. I want us to, at the very least, have taken back Crossbell City and Arkansas first.
Got it.
That is disappointing to hear, but we understand how you feel.
I keep looking at Risha's potato baby and seeing her bow as like one of those little thin metal things they use to twist tie toys in packages to the cardboard.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I'm sorry. If you have any business to take care of at St. Ursula, I do not mind disembarking with you. However, I will elect to wait for you in front of the hospital.
That's fine. Still, Risha has a more honest personality than she gives herself credit for.
I don't dislike Risha either, but I do feel that her... Oh, okay. I do feel that her presence in this duology is also weirdly paced.
Yeah, no, the fact that they reveal her identity immediately, not in the same game that they reveal it to any other characters, is a little strange. But I guess I prefer that than if they didn't actually reveal it in Zero, but it was still as obvious as it was based on all the, the symbology and stuff, all the moon shit. Anyway, we get Risha for good now. But yeah, no, because, so in the segment at the end of CS2, they're like, oh, okay, it's Lloyd, and we gotta pick one member from the Crossbell games to stick him with. Let's give him Risha. I was so surprised at how little she's in these games, and especially how little she's playable.
I was expecting her to be playable by the end of the first. I was expecting this and the first game.
Like, honestly, Risha should have just replaced Noelle.
Oh my god, why didn't she? What the fuck? What was Noelle here for?
Anyway, we land here.
to drive the car, remember?
Oh, that's right. Very essential.
To make me angry in the latter half of this game.
So we're going to the doll studio first to see if Georg is there and if he knows anything that can help us.
This is my first time actually seeing any of the mountain path itself. I've never been here for an episode where you haven't just teleported.
Here we are. I hope he's still here.
Considering the situation, I doubt he has been able to go anywhere else.
That's right. I haven't.
What the?
Voice box?
I figured you'd be showing up soon.
A little doll.
That guide doll again.
Come in. I shouldn't have to remind you, but do not forget that I cannot guarantee your safety if you stray from the little one.
Love that he took the time to program it bowing.
Yeah.
Cautious as always, that man.
Well, at least he's to the point. Saves us time. Let's head inside.
After you.
I also really like Meister Georg. He's just like, I hate everyone, and
This
I think
series is bullshit.
he's like, I can only tell you a couple things about Ouroboros, yet is still somehow the most forthcoming character in the franchise about Ouroboros.
About Ouroboros, yeah.
We've even brought a rare guest in tow. It's been a while, Divine Wolf.
Do I know you?
Oh.
But it has, child of man. You've aged far worse than I have.
You've aged.
Meister Jorg, you've aged. You're still involved with those serpents from the looks of it.
No, I just can't wash that shit up off the floor.
Some bonds will never break, even after you've breathed your last. The same could be said of the pact that bound you, could it not?
Certainly.
They sound like old friends reminiscing. I hate it.
Yeah, this is a little hard to follow along with.
In any case, you also brought one of the Gralsritter's dominions and the demon of the Eastern Quarter that tried to break in here. What an interesting lineup you've assembled,
You got us there.
My apologies for before.
Meister Jorg, we're doing everything we can to alleviate what's happening right now. Is there anything you can tell us that would help? Specifically about the Society's movements.
As I'm sure you've surmised by now, the Society's position in this is to simply cooperate with the Croix family's plans.
You know what they do in every game when a bigger bad guy takes control.
Their focus, the Phantasmal Blaze plan, has already shifted to the next stage. The Erebonian Empire, to be more specific.
What?
He's right. Another Anguis and multiple enforcers have already begun to act over there, and they're not as well written as this crap. It's in part why the Gralsritter couldn't spare more manpower for the situation here in Crossbell.
That's not good.
A lot is happening all over the continent right now.
Shifting focus back to Crossbell. There are still 3 very dangerous figures here. They are all prominent members of the Society.
Campanella the Fool, as well as 2 Anguis, Professor Novartis and the woman known as Aryan Road.
Just who is that woman? Her movements and reflexes. They're unlike anything I've ever seen.
I couldn't tell you where she gets her strength. However, she's known in the Society for her incomparable skill with a lance and strict moral code.
She's known in the Society for her incomparable skill with her lance, and equally incomparable reason for incomprehensible reason for being in the Society.
She also has Valkyries that follow her. Young women she discovered, trained, and groomed herself. And each is said to have strength equivalent to that of an enforcer.
They are as strong as Ren was?
I believe it. As far as I know, more goes into being an enforcer than pure combat strength. I love that literally the qualifying factor for being an enforcer is being psychotic.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, are you a clown? Come on in. And they're like, sorry, Duvalie, you're too normal.
You can't
How
join us
dare
under-
you!
That means there are 6 members of the Society in total, right?
But you said they're only cooperating with the Croix family, right? Doesn't that mean there's also a chance they won't further involve themselves with the battle over Crossbell?
Anything is possible. However, I would be wary of Professor Novartis. He is particularly invested in his toys that receive the gift of the Septerion's power. That is the extent of what I can tell you about their plans.
That's all, huh?
Dealing with them will not be easy. As an aside, there is something I have been wanting to ask you about since the last time we visited. Are you currently performing maintenance on Potter Mater?
What?
Yeah.
Go back to bed, honey.
It talked?
Just a routine checkup. That brat Novartis is also particularly taken by this machine. Fortunately, he's been too focused on his new toys, so I do not think there is anything to worry about. However, in the event that he returns to steal Potter Mater, I've made preparations so that he can easily escape.
I think I get it.
Let me guess. In case of emergency, he has a flight path straight to Liberl where the Angel of Slaughter is, doesn't he? Either way, what I can say for sure is that you and the Professor must not get along very well.
You will never hear me deny that. The Gordius series was something I put my blood, sweat, and tears into. Then he stole development away, began to conduct inhumane compatibility tests, burdened a little girl like Ren with it. Even if her connection was successful, the testing that led her to be the optimal subject is still unforgivable.
Understandable.
That is no better than the kind of experiments the cult performed.
To follow it up, he designed his own successors that cannot operate properly without the power of a septarian. The nerve and impudence he has to call them the culmination of the Gordius series. I wanted to wipe that smirk off his face and strangle that chicken neck of his last time he was here.
I love this guy.
Did you now?
Calm down already. Calm yourself.
Calm yourself.
You always have gotten carried away when it comes to defending your creations.
Yes, and also when they are used to torture children, Wolf. Sorry if I care about things.
I digress. Regardless of how shameless he is, there is no denying that he's a genius when it comes to technology and applied engineering. I've heard that in addition to remodeling and upgrading the archaisms that I designed, he's found out how to mass-produce them. I believe you will see just what I mean at Stargazer's Tower and the Moon Temple.
We'll keep that in mind.
That's news to me.
Focusing more on the locations themselves, are we correct in assuming they are guarding the large bells at each ruin?
Very likely. I've been researching those artifact bells myself. I'll let you know if I come to any significant conclusions.
You do that?
Where's all of this generosity coming from?
I'm just as upset by the current state of affairs as you are. There is that jackanapes Novartis, too. And I wouldn't mind repaying my associates at Arkansas who are victims in this mess.
It is easy to forget that at the beginning of all of this, the stage and automata at Arkansas were destroyed in the raid.
Correct. I will personally rebuild it for them. All of this is to say that I cannot overlook what the head of the Croix family and those Red Constellation people have done. The daughter of the Croix family may be a long-time collector of my works, but that hardly matters now.
Taking no prisoners.
I understand why you'd feel that way. Your cooperation would be a tremendous help, to be honest. Please, let us know if you learn anything at all about the bells.
Yeah, I love this guy. I'm also a sucker for the specific character archetype of person who designs something because they love designing things, but like they can be used very
misused.
Yeah. Like, I know a lot of people have very mixed opinions on that one Studio Ghibli movie about the guy who designed like the mass-produced bombers that Japan used in World War II. And he was just like, I don't care who uses my planes. I just love making planes. It's like, I think it's an interesting story. Yeah.
I thought we would be lucky if he simply invited us in. I did not expect to be leaving here with his cooperation, too.
I know what you mean. It must really be true that everyone in the society has their own motivations. And that's
Yes.
a good enough excuse to never talk about any of them.
Yes, and that's part of what makes it so hard to grasp. But as far as the old man is concerned, I don't see why we can't work with him.
I have to agree. He must have his reasons for helping us.
Knowing Jorg, he will make good on uncovering valuable information in time. I would advise you to put it out of your minds for now and continue forward until he does.
That we can do. Okay, let's start making our way up to the mining village now. We need to make contact with the resistance forces and find out where they stand.
Understood.
Back to the old dusty trail. Yeah, I have a friend who was recently playing through the Sky games or still is.
Anyone I know?
And you might have seen some of her drawings, Sono Comics.
Oh, okay, yeah. I know
Yeah.
of her.
Yeah, she I was talking to her about Trails because she was playing it independent of any one of like my friend group directly recommending it to her, and I was like, oh, I'll wait.
Hold on, I can sense...
It's generic. Whatever. You can go with your story.
Okay.
It's just this.
And she was enjoying it well enough because she likes JRPGs. And I was like, can you do me a favor, Sono? She's like, what? And I was like, if you like these games enough to keep playing this franchise, I would be so curious to hear the experience of someone who plays Sky 1, 2, optionally 3 if she wants. Then you do Crossbell. And then, if you wouldn't mind, could you tell me what it's like to go from the Trails Crossbell games and go straight to Cold Steel 3? I want to see if it matters genuinely. And thinking about it, because I'm 90% sure that I have to imagine Novartis dies because no one ever talks about him again.
Yeah, he's
an Anguis, so you gotta take a chip out of the society at the end of a major storyline. And I know Aryan Road doesn't die, and I know she's a super boss in this game. So I do think it would be a very cool transition to go from this game to be like, we saved Crossbell, to, Crossbell's fucked and owned by the Empire. And for once, it would make the opening cut ahead really cool, where you are fighting Aryan Road right away.
Yeah. What?
Also, honestly, massive props to the director of the English dub for just going, I get one character to give myself, I pick Aryan Road. It's extremely funny.
Oh,
fleeing towards the tunnel.
Who was that?
I don't know their name, I just know they're the director.
That's really funny. Something may be happening near Mainz. Perhaps the Red Constellation has begun hunting down the Resistance.
Ruh-roh.
That's certainly a possibility. Think those beasts may have been guarding the Jaeger's rear flank?
A fair assumption. There may be more to why they chose to retreat like that.
Let's keep going toward Mainz. We have to help the Resistance before it's too late.
Sally forth.
Valley.
Very silly.
Tally ho.
Sally Wright, first
Sally
woman
Hemmings.
in space.
Sally ho.
Oh yeah, there's a fun little mini game here. There are mines in the tunnel. The one time in the
mines tunnel.
The one time in the game when you want to use the non-auto run.
Yeah.
And just... They're occasionally real bastards and put one in a place that's slightly hard to see because of the camera.
That's what I would do if I were a terrorist in a camera-oriented
Fixed camera tunnel. Oh, yeah. Oh. I don't trust that crate. Just gonna...
How much damage do the mines do?
I don't know, but you get a DP for not hitting any, so that's why I care. Boy ho!
Boy ho.
Oh. It's not too bad if you mostly stay to one side, but occasionally they throw you a little curveball.
I hear combat.
About 10 cell to the northwest. They are likely engaged in a battle deep in the mountains away from the path.
Damn it. Not the mountains.
Not the mountains! It'll be difficult to reach by foot.
No, we shouldn't let that stop us.
If necessary, I can intervene by leaping up the cliffside.
Yeah, easy for you to say, Risha. You could, fucking fly or some shit. Understood. If it comes to that, you have our support.
Is there some reason you're not just turning giant, Zeit? Can you only do that sometimes?
Shrug.
I do not like to interfere with the children of men.
Big shruggo.
I do not like to interfere with Alfonso Cuarón's film, Children of Men.
Huh?
Lloyd!
A sniper.
Up there!
It's the guy I refuse to dignify.
Oh.
Were you waiting to ambush us?
This is a surprise. So, you figured out who I am?
Like hell we are.
Zeit and I will break through.
Ain't happening, little lady. Oh, I thought you'd whistle for something that would matter.
We seem to be surrounded.
This
Poor
is
bastards!
bad.
Prepare for battle, everyone.
Be mindful of nothing!
So this fight does actually have kind of a fun mechanic, which is, yeah, he does snipe at you, and it does a good amount of damage and has death blow on it, and you can't actually attack him. But
That's fun.
yeah, it doesn't really matter that much.
Yeah, if you were fighting something that weren't just cats again.
Oh, so what's Wazy's like?
Oh,
Ooh!
Risha is the only person in our party who doesn't resist death blow right now, unfortunately.
Whoops.
That's alright.
What's Wazy's mechanical role in the party now that he is final Wazy?
Oh, yeah. He is the strongest pure offense arts caster. He finally leaves his weird hybrid bullshit behind because they give him his new magic stat-based, super powerful S-craft. And yeah, no, he's very good. I haven't decided what the final party is gonna be, like, you know, for the final battles and stuff. Sorry, let me think about what I'm actually doing.
I mean, I feel like the only question is really who gets your fourth slot, because you gotta keep Tio and Randy, since they're the main characters of both games.
I think I'm probably just gonna do the original SSS, because it feels appropriate. But Wazy is very good. He's the one I would most regret not using. Risha is also very good, actually.
Maybe Papa Tio craft so she gets a death blow resist.
Oh, that's a good idea, yeah. Hang on. She has no delay because of a quartz that she has, so I can. Okay, she can't cast that in time. That's okay. I'll do this.
That's not bad.
And so currently, Wazy has a quartz there's one of each for each element of quartz that make it so that when you finish casting a certain type of art, there's no delay afterward. Wazy has the one for wind right now, and Tio has the one for water. So Tio just gets to move again immediately. I'll attack, and then I'll S-craft. And yeah, it means Wazy can just spam the shit out of the high-level wind arts. Actually, you know what? Wazy can just kill these guys. Fuck it.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Bonk.
Oh, one of them stayed up. Nice sniping.
Yeah, nice sniping, idiot. Ugh, they're too strong! Anyway, wolves and the CGF show up.
Wouldn't it be great if Randy just straight up killed this dude?
Yes! Because then he wouldn't be in Cold Steel 4 and they make me try to give a shit about him.
It's unreal this dude is in Cold Steel 4.
Exclamation point!
Well, well.
Randy!
Yo, it's been a minute. We got a whole lot to talk about, but you think you can wait a little bit? Well, it would have gone badly if not for a Wolven, pals. It's also your own fault for getting distracted by him. Who said I was stuck with it? Berserker's where I want it, in my back pocket.
Oh.
Last time I whipped it out, I had to have old man Guillaume fix it up for me. And no matter how strong this thing is, it's way less useful when the engine's busted. So I'm only gonna use it when I need it.
Puts it away.
That would be a better bit.
Yeah, do yourself a favor and retreat. I mean, I could kill you, which would make more sense, but and deliver this message to Uncle. Next time we meet, I'm kicking your ass to hell and back.
So Gareth, why don't you turn around and shoot him as you leave? Yeah, that wasn't a battle. I can casually saunter over.
Randy!
Good to see you, Randy.
Sup,
In
gang?
case you forgot, I'm Randy Orlando.
Sup, gang? Nice job back there. Didn't expect to find you guys hiking up my way anytime soon.
Glad you're in one piece, Lloyd. Top.
You too, Randy.
Did you manage to escape?
Yeah, I busted out on my own and then joined up with Muriel's crew. Been helping out the resistance around these parts ever since. Glad today didn't end up with me pushing up daisies because, holy shit.
Yeah, that was a close call. I'm glad you're alright.
It is all thanks to Zeit's pack.
No
Glad
kidding.
we did that off screen on Turbo, otherwise Jello would have to take another point in Zeit actually mattering wrongness.
I actually feel a little bad, not for the wolves, but because I forgot that Muriel also shows up there.
I saw her, I
which-
knew she'd be here.
Which
It's
validated
okay.
your prediction.
Did you call
Oh
him
yeah,
over?
you didn't need to validate it, I knew it was right.
As insurance, yes. I also instructed them to closely follow those Jaeger's actions.
Cool. Wait, what the hell? How the hell are you talking?
It took you long enough.
Says you, Tio.
Hold up. Why's Wazy in that snazzy getup? The hell's Risha doing here? Did you go and recruit her, Lloyd?
It's a long story.
Randy! I voice every girl that's not Mo. We've received confirmation that the enemy forces have retreated. We can hold out a little longer now.
I'm glad the blonde one is not a fucking cop and decided to defect.
There's some good news.
Long time no see, Second Lieutenant Muriel.
I am glad to see you doing well.
Likewise, good to see you're all okay. You got yourself one interesting group.
There is a lot of explaining to do.
I'm loyal to the CGF so that they didn't have to draw me in a new uniform.
Please fade to black and fade back up.
Music to my ears! I'm every girl that's not Mo.
Grace!
Why are you here?
Maribel shows up for some reason.
Maribel, why are you here?
Well, there was a teensy problem that made it impossible to stay in Crossbell City. So I crashed Randy on the other's base as war correspondent and camera woman.
I'm glad the blonde one is not a cop, is the most jello sentence I've ever heard.
Yes, it is.
I'd prefer she take some shelter somewhere, anywhere else, though.
Yeah, that pretty much covers her story. We got a whole lot more to share, though, so let's say we go catch up. Off screen, just the way Jello likes it.
Perfect.
We're all that's left.
So that's how it is. Hey, we're really in the hole this time.
Well,
Yo,
those flat
those-
JPEG
Those
flowers.
flowers look like shit. Yeah, I was trying to make a JPEG pizza out of JPEG flowers. We're pretty low on food.
Oh, it's okay. You made a second table.
What's worse, Kido is...
This is so nuts that even if I wrote an article about it, I don't think anyone would buy it. Let me guess. You guys are going to go through hell and high water to take her back, ain't you?
Of course we are.
Was there ever any doubt? The Resistance will be fine, Randy. Don't worry about us. The reason you joined us in the first place was to save your friends. Isn't that right?
Yeah, but
It isn't that simple now, is it?
No question that having your muscle on the team would be a great help.
Same person in chat adds, hello, my name is Brandon Blabber. I'm known for loving limeade and Chicago.
I do like limeade, though, but joke appreciated.
The Resistance was originally just a group of stubborn CGF members who couldn't accept the Defense Force's ways. You're not one of us, Randy. You left the CGF and found other comrades to fight with.
You dirty traitor.
God, I wish I were you. Besides, we have the wolves on our side now.
that is correct. I have instructed them to maintain their vigil here. It will benefit you greatly in battle here in the mountains.
This is hilarious.
Thanks a bunch, Scruffy. Lloyd, Teota, you can count me in. We got a job to do, both as the SSS and as Kido's family.
That's more like it.
Excellent answer.
How encouraging.
Yeah, I guess it is. But I got a question. You mind if I tag along too?
What's your S-craft?
No.
If you what?
Oh joy, here it comes. Me and Cold Steel whenever someone wants to join the party. I can tell you all are going to be up at the center of the reading. I can tell you, okay, that was genuinely not, that was just me fucking up real bad. Yeah. I can tell you all are going to be up at this. I keep adding up to the first line. You all are going to be at the center of the action coming up. As a reporter, it'd be remiss of me to let a chance like this pass me by.
To let a up chance like this pass me by.
Be nice to me!
I don't know about this.
I am being made fun of on my birthday.
I guess we can make room for you. Abbas might not be too happy about having a journalist on board, though.
A printing press killed my parents.
He isn't the only one. I can't afford to end up in an article either.
Oh, don't worry, you pretty little heads. I could write a whole mountain of articles about you all, but now's not the time for that. Right now, the scoop on everyone's mind is what'll happen in the newly independent state of Crossbell. The real story is what side of history this new deceitful regime is going to fall on.
Which side of history?
To put it simply, the entire continent is in chaos. While I can't deny that President Croix is one of the causes, will our woes be abated simply by casting him aside?
Sure, but...
She's right about that. Things are going to be difficult for the state. Around 100 years ago, when Calvard became a democracy, the revolutionaries at the time were guilty of a lot of sordid things. Assassinations were commonplace. There was even a conspiracy similar to the raid that Crossbell City experienced. But in retrospect, Calvardians view those actions as justified. Perhaps President Croix's actions are going to be viewed in a similar light someday.
Yeah, that's revolutions, baby.
And those assassinations would have been carried out by...
Assassins, that's right.
I misread cronies as the word crimes, but with an O instead of an I. So
I can't go along. Mr. Croix, I can't go along with you or your crimes after witnessing what I've seen. That's why I want to go with you. I want to see which path Crossbell will take. And how history will reflect that decision.
I like to think someday it's like, Dieter Croix, 57th mayor of Crossbell. At least he wasn't Rufus Alberea.
God. Tagging along with you guys is the only way I'm going to do that.
Grace.
Reem.
How bad. We didn't think you put so much thought into this one.
It is like you are an entirely different person when you speak so seriously. Can't deny that I think it'll be a lot of fun, too, you know? Don't forget, I've gained a lot of good sources while working at the news service. What if I said I could hook you up with some info from Withinfo, the city?
Green. You've already sold the pitch. We're not going to object to you coming. What about you, Wazy? Risha, are you both okay with this? I'm not asking.
Risha's just like, still no.
As long as I don't wind up in an article.
Same here. That said, good luck convincing Abbas.
Great, thanks everyone. I owe you one. All right, let's do this. We're gonna bag a Pulitzer Prize for sure.
I love Grace.
Good luck with that one, Grace. I don't think we're going to have time to help you with that.
I was wrong to think Grace had changed.
Damn.
I'm such a sucker for newsies. That dude who's obviously an Anguis who shows up is like, what could have happened with your brother? Can't wait to see when he's focal. Like, I don't care how dumb he is. I like newsies and informants.
Man, get a load of this airship! Hard to think that the Church of all people had these stashed away.
I must remind you not to write a word of this in your publication. Should this information be published, do not expect to receive cooperation from the church ever again.
If this is published, they're gonna kill you.
Yeah.
I get the feeling even if she did, people would pass it off as the Crossbell Times acting like a gossip tabloid. Same happens when people write about Ouroboros. Because they're insane.
Relax, boys. My word's golden. You can call me a yellow journalist. It is tempting to write all about Risha Mao's true identity as the mysterious assassin Yin, though.
Please do not. Unlike the church, I definitely will actually just kill you.
I will. If you do me wrong, I will absolutely put you in a hospital until you recover.
Yeah.
What?
Hey, Lloyd. Was having their tag along really a good idea?
No!
Well, at the very least, she's not one to go back on her word.
Is that something we know about her?
I have sensed a new potential landing spot in West Crossbell. Coordinates being pinpointed now. It's the midway point on West Crossbell Highway, near the fork in the road that leads to the police academy and prison.
Got it.
Didn't you say Garcia helped you break out of there?
I did. I can't deny that I wouldn't be standing here if not for him. I have been concerned about what happened to him after we split up.
I get how you feel, but I wouldn't advise trying to go to the police academy.
God, wouldn't
That's
it be
right, I went to the police academy to become a policeman.
Wouldn't it be fucking wild if we got Garcia as like a main party member for the last act of
that would
this
be pretty
game
insane.
for some reason?
I would honestly buy that. Like, I mean, they fucking did that with,
They do
with
that in
That was
Mueller
with
and
Mueller and Julia and Sky. Yeah.
Oh shit. Hang on, They've likely stepped up security since you made your getaway.
They also do that in Cold Steel in the last dungeon where it's like, yeah, here's Zeno and the guys that you fucking never get to play as.
Yeah. The defense force is stationed at Belgard Gate, too, which is the only other direction we could go from there. That isn't any good either. I'm trying to remember if there's an equivalent, like, weird last-minute party member in this game. I think in the last dungeon you can use Dudley, which is pretty fun.
Yeah, but you've used Dudley
Yeah.
before, so
Yeah.
that's more just like a Cold Steel, like, yeah, pick anyone you want kind of ending thing. I fucking love Dudley. Dudley's one of my
great.
favorite characters in this franchise.
No, it ain't. You would all be arrested on the spot if you showed up there.
Regardless, I still think it's in our best interest to land.
I have to pee real bad, and there's no bathroom on this thing.
At the very least, we can scout what the defense force is doing and take care of any potential cryptids.
Understood.
Be aware that I had. Oh, yeah, you can go back to where you were. It's fine.
Randy.
Yeah, so now Randy gets his ultimate S-craft, which is to whip out his big fucking gun and murder everyone.
Oh, he doesn't have any of his quartz equipped.
Yeah, they come back in a
Gross.
weird kind of half state where they have some quartz, but not all of them. I don't remember exactly how it works, but yeah, okay, we're done with that. Anyway, we land, and we go, so, now, you know, I'll show a little bit of it at least, instead of just cutting completely. Oh, no, I guess I won't.
Well, yeah,
'cause I
you.
didn't
Yeah, no,
save
we'll
that.
have to watch it.
All right, anyway,
Whoops.
we land, and in order to sneak into Belgard Gate, we basically go to where the train accident was. We divert off the road there, and then we follow the tracks to get to the part under it, which I think is a clever use of reusing those maps, but in a way where they link together slightly differently.
Oh, cool. Another thing Cold Steel stole from earlier games. Jesus Christ. Unfucking real, man.
There's tribute, and then there's just
Stop right there. No. Oh, okay.
a absolute refusal to be creative.
Oh,
Noelle,
what are you doing?
How did
down
she...
here?
Don't get out of here. Turn that music off.
Oh, maybe she's gonna turn code. I don't know. I may be with the defense force now, but that doesn't mean I've lost my edge when it comes to how the SSS operates.
Shouldn't
I've
you be
already-
looking for a novel somewhere in the city then?
You've already allied with the resistant forces in
Reading
my...
off of cards.
She's just like getting like every hit does affect her.
No,
She's
yeah,
just like,
I didn't even read that as like her reading off. I read that as Wazy makes that offhanded remark, and she has to like stop and take some effort to not burst into tears before continuing with what she was gonna say.
Like definitely that, but also she was like, okay, I am going to confront my old friends, has written this speech, and they're just heckling her through the entire thing.
She's written it on the underside of her hat.
It's
She
that
takes it off to look, puts it back on.
I love that, like, in the same way we were like, how do we make Ellie interesting? Okay, she's a Fujoshi.
I love that the personality we have settled on for Noel Seeker is useless traitor that everyone hates.
The fucking aggression. I knew the next logical step for you would... Oh my god, I can't read. I knew the next logical step for you to take would be to come here, so I took over the lookout duty of the freight line.
Well, that's just great.
Can't say I'm surprised. Analyzing enemy tactics was always one of your strong suits, Noel.
But why are you treating me like I'm the bad guy here? I'm just doing what I was told. This is the one time I was hoping to be off the mark. Did you come here to speak with Commander Bales?
No, we came here to kill her, but now we get to kill you instead, you stupid piece of shit.
Okay, now that one I know is a bluff. Lloyd would never kill anybody.
Lloyd doesn't even know how to murder.
Second Lieutenant Muriel led us to believe doubts must be swirling within the Defense Force. We came here to ask the commander for her opinion on what's happening and what the best way out of this crisis is. Come on, gang, let's walk.
Wait, are you telling me that I could have just defected? Oh no!
You should know, Noel. Fran is working with us too. She has already recovered and wants to see her big sister again. I don't know why.
Listen, I get it. I'm not gonna tell you to abandon your duty, but wouldn't it be alright if you just gave us some flexibility? We just want to talk things over.
Also, look at our crew. Oh, honey, come on. Look at...
It doesn't matter. I can't let you past here. Dang it. As a soldier of the Crossbell Defense Force.
Dang it! Looks down, realizes she didn't load her gun.
I don't have bullets. I cannot overlook the resistance forces that are threatening state security. And I guess... Oh.
Wow, I guess we finally know what it would feel like if Gilbert became a party member. Come on. You really going to play this card?
I'm asking you to withdraw, please. I'll even pretend that this never happened. This is embarrassing for me, too. I know.
Yeah, it sure is.
I know this doesn't solve anything, and we may still end up crossing paths again. It's just... But please, at least for now.
We may still end up crossing bells again.
Like, it's so funny to me that they were like...
fucking naive, Noel.
It's so funny to me that they were like, we're gonna have the sad music, and we're gonna have this moment where it's like, man, the complexities of this independence issue have drawn lines between friends, and the character they chose was Noel Seeker, given to you at the start of the second game for no reason other than to be a warm body where Tio once stood. It's so fucking funny.
Huh?
If you were truly committed to the CDF, there wouldn't be room for negotiation. You would have had us surrounded and neutralized the moment we arrived without a second thought. Or maybe you're just incompetent. Yet here you are, pleading for us to leave, using sentimentality to reason with us. You pussy bitch. Has your resolve weakened this much? Is this truly a cause that you're willing to sacrifice your life for? Because, man, we are ready to put you in the hospital right now.
Lloyd walks up to her. Lloyd walks up to her with these guns. Is just like, do it. Shoot me. You can't kill me in any way that matters. The fear within me is greater than anything in your heart.
I'm not fucking scared. Tell me the name of God, you fungal piece of shit.
Wazy leans out from behind Lloyd. It's Idios. Not holding back even a little, unlike Noel.
No, I'm not. Listen to me, Noel, because you need to hear this. You've become so weak. The Noel Seeker I knew wouldn't let herself be manipulated like this. It's told everything about what made you a good soldier. And I can prove it. As you are now, even a simple police detective like me could take you on in a fight.
Are you negging me?
Yep.
Oh, it's
Lloyd?
Hey, slow down, bud. What are you saying?
It's simple. You and me, Noel, one-on-one. I'll even let you use your arts that we took. If you win, then you can arrest all of us on the spot. But if I win, Noelle, you're all mine.
What? What are you suggesting?
Fuck this.
1v1 me, bro. I can't stand seeing you like this.
The fact that Noelle blushed and took that as like, you're all mine. Does he actually like me? What a pathetic girl.
You're lying to yourself. You know deep down this isn't where you belong. And as someone who cares about you at least a little bit, I'm gonna make you come to terms with that. So let's go, Second Lieutenant Noelle Seeker.
Ugh.
Join up and you can get in the background again.
Wow, you've got to be kidding me. Anyway, we have a standard round of lines about like, oh man, Lloyd, ba.
Fine, I won't fall here. Unless you're on Detective Lloyd Bannings.
Let's settle this.
Yo, do you guys remember that time in CS2 where you 1v1'd Mueller as Joshua and it was fucking awesome? What if that sucked ass?
Anyway, I'm just gonna buff up and then beat the shit out of her.
It's nice of you to pretend you needed to buff up to defeat her.
Bop
You just-
her to death.
Honestly,
Please use your 200 S craft.
yeah,
and
I will.
and I'm not saying that as like, Aram, you're being inefficient. I'm saying it as, God, wouldn't that be funny? Watch.
She's gonna have to heal a little because she got 3
Uh-oh.
but she's using our tactic.
Oh, man.
Oh no.
Oh man,
Just use one of your...
Shame none of those
Use
did
an
damage.
item.
I don't need to. Fuck you, Jello.
Electromagnetic net, it misses. God damn it.
Oh, she actually debuffed my strength. That actually sucks a little. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of that. Get out of here. Now. Oh, I got it back. Bomb.
Oh no, wow.
Anyway, yes, this is a very easy fight on normal difficulty.
Just cuts to him beating her in the skull with his tonpas.
I won.
I won!
Easy money.
I won!
This is humiliating.
God, it sure is.
Remove me, Commander Bales. My character arc's all over the place.
Look at that special sprite they had to make for you just to be lame.
Oh.
This is Bale, so this is you, Jello.
Oh, sorry.
There's no need to apologize. I literally can't believe it took you this long.
Hey,
Commander?
Oh, crap.
It would seem we have been noticed.
Yeah, there was gunfire.
we surrender.
You realize the sound of your fight could clearly be heard upstairs, don't you?
I do want to say, I think Sonya looks great in this uniform, personally.
God, yeah, big Aram energy on this one.
Yeah.
Also, Aram confirmed to have the hots for Femme Machias.
You didn't leave me much choice but to have the others clear out before they could interfere.
Sorry about all of this. Also, she uses guns, it's her fault.
It's-
Pointing at her like a 6-year-old, she did it.
It has been a long time, Commander Bales.
Indeed it has. I have my suspicions about why you've come here today. Let's relocate to the command room and talk things over here. Just step over this garbage on the floor.
What?
Poor Noelle.
Sorry, she's bad.
Rough character arc. Needs work.
It needs a lot of work. This would be a complete failure if from writing teacher Jello.
This is crazy and embarrassing and the worst.
Thank you for telling me this. It fully explains why the president and his collaborators have been acting so suspiciously.
Commander Bales, you are one of his collaborators!
Also, Noelle, what is that? Whoa, this is crazy. You walked in on them dressed like evil space clowns in front of a giant throne with Kia on it. And then you heard Arias go, I murdered your brother, Lloyd. Like, what did you think was going on?
Oh my
So,
god.
does that mean...
Are you willing to cooperate with us?
That is unfortunately out of the question. Whether we don the uniform of the CGF or the Defense Force, our principles remain the same. I just realized doing this character is me doing an impression of what I think Aram would do if he were reading this character.
Fine by
State
me.
security is the top priority.
As long as it's a different voice from Killica.
Yeah.
I fully understand that our president may have illegitimately established the independent state of Crossbell. With that said, we cannot break the chain of command for the sake of bringing him to justice.
I was afraid you'd say that.
Pulls out a gun.
Did you know that in a corrupt system, using the systems at play to bring down people at the top is designed not to work and waste your time? Revolt with us!
We might have been getting our hopes up, thinking a de facto army was just gonna help us out.
I take it there's no room for compromise. That's correct. There would still be the issue of how to combat Secretary of Defense McLean. Hypothetically, even if the entire Bellegarde unit were to cooperate with you, we wouldn't even be able to damage him. The main force at his command could easily label us as a rogue unit and suppress us in the blink of an eye.
That would be bad.
You're telling me that old man is just as talented a commander as he was a bracer?
Yes, and that's not to mention his time working under Sergei. He earned his Divine Blade of Wind title for a reason. I would say his strategic senses are on par with his swordsmanship contemporary, the Brigadier General of Liberal's Royal Army, Cassius Bright.
Wait a second.
You know Cassius Bright?
If
No.
she's a Cassius Bright okay, I thought she was gonna be like, there's no way! Cassius Bright's amazing! And I was gonna be like, that is the point of
That's
no
the
return.
death knell.
Even if Arya's supposed to, couldn't we request the cooperation of Deputy Commander Douglas at Tangram Gate?
This is a surprise, Seeker. What makes you assume that they would cooperate with us?
Well, I'm stupid. That's why.
Reen.
Reen, that one-on-one fight really did knock some sense into her. Leans into the commander. I'm so scared. I think they'll really kill me if I don't do what they say.
Yeah, no, we had to break her down. That way we can build her back up.
I think
Mouthing help
they
me.
think of me as a human obstacle. I'm just a wall of meat and bone. I have to be their puppet, Commander.
Oh, you were a human obstacle when you were a member of our party. Now you're an absolute shit. Commander Bales.
May I execute her?
Yeah.
Yes, I suppose that's one thing we can agree upon. Also, do you think our logo behind me looks like cough rather than CDF? I think it looks bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
For that reason, I agree to vote to join you.
Kill Noel Seeker.
Noel designed it.
The L's keep stacking up. Noel Seeker.
No L's? I can think of a few.
Yeah, I can think of a few. What if something led to the public questioning of the validity of the independent state of Crossbell and President Croix?
It whizzed past my ear and I didn't even process it for a second, but no L's, I can think of a few, is one of the funniest things that's been said on these streams, in my opinion.
This entire game playthrough, just specifically the second Crossbell game, could just be subtitled "The Roast of Noel Seeker."
How would the Defense Force react?
What?
You don't mean...
Let me think. Naturally, it would depend on the extent of the unrest. We would take a wait and see... What?
We would take a wait and see.
Oh, okay. I was like, I do not understand what she's saying here.
We would take a wait-and-see approach to let things play out. Or at least that's how I imagine it.
Yeah, I'd have probably put hyphens.
I would have put a quote or something.
I
Yeah.
see where this is going. We're going to kill Noel. Our goal is to convince the public that Croix and his independent state are legally invalid.
That's right. Getting Ellie and her expertise in these matters back would be a huge help. More specifically, I think Speaker McDowell is the
More specifically, someone who knows Ellie but isn't her.
You want to find Mademoiselle's granddad, and possibly her as a bonus if it happens.
That's right. He was one of the two lead representatives of Crossbell, wasn't he?
Yes, and the other one was none other than Mayor Croix. No one's heard from Speaker McDowell since the Declaration of Independence. What would happen if he were given a platform to finally express his opinions to the entire state? That assumes he's alive.
Yeah, they really should have killed him. Though they haven't killed anyone, and by the way, Arios and Noel were talking, not that Noel knows anything. They were like, don't worry, we'll detain you for a little while, and then once everything's stabilized, we'll let you go. It's like, you're not gonna politically assassinate the SSS? I don't know what you're... I guess Kia would get upset, but like, you could probably kill off like Wazy and Risha.
The legitimacy of the president and founding of the independent state would likely come into question.
I mean, that's probably why Wazy outed in advance, because...
I think Wazy's just smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. So would the defense force?
Sorry, it's really tiny for me. Excellent deductions as always. You didn't even need me to give you a hint. Second Lieutenant Seeker.
Die.
Speaker McDowell is in Michelin, correct?
Yes, ma'am. He and Ellie are under house arrest at the state guardhouse there.
Excellent. Presses a button, a trapdoor opens, and Noel falls in.
Anyone, can you go over to my desk behind you and get my bucket of scorpions and pour it down that hole?
The hole is quite literally endless, but I didn't want to chance it.
You know how this universe is.
If I remember correctly, the President and Secretary of Defense had the Red Constellation Station there.
Noel. Oh, heck. This is a terrible first day on my new job as a bottomless pit supervisor.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
There are no Defense Force units in Michelin at present, correct?
Yes, that's right.
Commander Bales.
Oh, dear, I may have just accidentally leaked confidential information to outsiders.
This is the mentality Noelle should have had from minute one, and it's very frustrating to see her dumbly sitting next to a smarter character doing her job.
This is literally Cecile and Emma all over again.
Oh my god, you're right. This is less bad, though.
Yeah.
Please, pay it no mind. Forget everything you just heard.
Hee hee.
Not bad, Sonia.
What a fortunate slip of the tongue. One other thing. Second Lieutenant Seeker.
Die.
Die. Regarding your one-on-one bout earlier, I regret to inform you that you have, in fact, grown weak.
Yes, ma'am.
I considered placing you on indefinite suspension.
In hell.
However, I have a more fitting punishment in mind. As of now, I'm having you reassigned to the Crossbell Police Department Special Support Section.
I'm going to place you in indefinite suspension. Pulls out a noose.
Since you clearly... Yo, lady with a noose in her desk, let's not ask any questions.
I'm a freaky bitch, winks at Wazy.
I wink back.
Why are you winking? I need explicit information. There are still answers you need to find there for yourself. What path should you be walking for the sake of Crossbell's future? I order you to seek that answer out.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow, good little soldier. Man, they're gonna beat the shit out of her. What belongings?
Yeah, that's a good question. What belongings?
Aww.
Oh.
You fucking idiot. I was just doing what I'm told. You know, I don't have a brain and I'm just a soldier. Listen, this was... listen.
God,
you understand that I'm just a Nazi.
A solid example of why lawful neutral is actually just evil.
Yeah.
I have found a potential landing spot at Michelin.
I have been looking into that since we got on this ship.
I am sending you coordinates, Fran.
Nod, sniffle.
How long are you gonna cry like that?
Hey, Noelle, I order you to shut up and be more compassionate.
I'm sorry.
People are gonna tease us if you keep... People might start teasing me. Me, Noelle Seeker.
Nobody else.
Oh, it's fine. She can cry all she wants.
I'm a little envious of them. Well, I mean, not Noelle, but...
I like, Aram seemed a little hesitant with this beat on Noel bit at first, possibly just for the sake of streamlining the pace of a stream, because Austin and I would not let it go. But I'm glad you've jumped on board.
Sorry, everyone. Next time I'll be an only child.
I mean, okay.
I got it.
I will say this. I did not dislike Noelle nearly this much when I played the game by myself, and I still don't, really dislike her the way you seem to.
I hate her. I don't hate her. I just think it's funny that everybody else does.
She's like nothing written very badly, and it's an extremely funny bit to piss on her this much, but like I do think she's written very badly for this extended segment.
Yes. Anyway, we're going to Mishlam, and we're gonna try and distract the Red Constellation to slip to where they're holding the McDowells.
My grandfather won't stop showing me a Orbital recording of the Ark and Seal performance that he was almost murdered at, and it's driving me fucking crazy.
Let's see. How are we on time? Yeah, okay. We can.
This is when I was shot.
During this part, I was almost assassinated.
Oh, I remember, Grandpa.
Oh, well, that's gonna. No, actually, it's fine because I'm not using Noelle, so everyone will still be correct. Let's see.
I mentioned that what we're doing right now to Jay, and he was like, man, this could have been a real cool juxtaposition between cop alignment and good alignment, but Noelle is the wrong pick for that narrative. Imagine the same arc with Dudley. And he was like, yeah, actually.
Oh, yeah, Dudley would be good for that. I'll say, I think one of the reasons I don't look so harshly on Noelle is because she's a less offensive and less protracted character arc version of a different character in Cold Steel who had way more potential and was ruined way more thoroughly in almost exactly the same way. So
which one?
Compared to, I don't want to say.
Is it the one who joins Ouroboros as the epilogue?
No, I'm surprised. I wouldn't have thought there was any ambiguity in who I meant for the people who played.
I hate
Cold
so
Steel.
many people.
There's so many characters in that game.
All right, we'll talk. We'll talk about it afterward.
Okay.
Because I don't want to spoil anything from like late Cold Steel, even though like we have haphazardly done it from time to time, but I try to avoid it.
I did it
can.
earlier this session.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, Tio, can I have your Palm Party account? No. All right, let's see.
You don't want my Palm Party account.
I really don't.
It won't be possible to
Anyway,
resupply. We go to Michelin.
Oops. I thought they were going to give me the confirm option as the default thing.
We go in and Mishi is just crucified and the big blue tree grows out of him.
Jesus Christ.
Tio cannot go. She just won't do it.
If you will excuse me, I am going to cause a diversion in front of the theme park. Once I have transformed back to my original form, that will be your cue to head to the mansion.
Understood.
Thanks.
Please be careful, Zeit.
And you as well. May Idios watch over you.
I don't understand why you're not in that form almost all the time.
Good divine wolf.
All right, enough stalling. Let's make our way to Michelin. All right. What
There
happened?
they are!
Oh shit! Oh fuck!
Oh, we gotta keep going. We can go.
Just keep running. Just keep running and shouting. Running and shouting. All right.
Yeah, let's do
One of the greatest video game read-throughs of all time.
Very good crowd.
Oh, actually,
sound
I don't know if we've shown off Risha's S-craft.
No, we haven't.
Also the mountain that Sarah's standing on during
Yeah.
hers.
Yo, I love Sharon.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that didn't do nearly as much as I would have expected.
It wasn't a 200.
Oh, okay.
And also, it's she has the only S-craft that just hits everywhere. It has no range limitations, so she's more in that than in raw power. Let's see. What are you doing, Wazy? You are gonna Thundercyclone. Ah, yes, deplete your
Oh, hell
health.
yeah.
Now, can I? I'm out of rage.
All right, it's time for War Cry. Ugh!
Let's just buff those arts.
I'm trying to think, like, man, if we do Skies of Arcadia, I gotta give Mo, like, a good party member.
Yeah, to make up for all of the bad ones.
Yeah, like, God, the last good party member you had was, like, Chloe, right?
Yeah, I fucking loved Chloe.
Oh, now we're gonna show a crit Wazy S-Craft with his art strength bust. Yeah.
Wow!
Kia's pretty fun.
Kia's good, but she's not a party member.
No, she's not. But
I felt a little bad for you this stream. I kind of forgot that, like, we get Ellie back last, and so it's just like it's kind of a desert for you. But I hope you've at least enjoyed being able to take it easy.
Oh, listen, this shit is funny. I love this.
They're really strong.
Even though we beat them, they're so strong.
No, I meant they, the sand between my toes. Getting in the way.
Let's see.
Oh, wait, can we look at all of their enigmas? I didn't realize they had different skins.
Yeah. So I only bought the custom plate for Randy because it gives you a bond up point. But yeah, check out Randy's.
Damn.
Can you imagine your friend getting you that? Like,
You're just
yikes.
Oh, thanks.
And then
man.
you liking him more for it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love me some chick repellent.
Pull that thing out. Everyone's just like, oh yeah, that's a red flag there.
Oh, yeah, you suck. That's a flag as red as your hair.
You are a red flag, actually.
Do you think that Noelle is sitting in the back like, wow, I get to support again?
I
Blink.
feel like she's in the back giving out cups of water, like how she deserves.
Fucking water boy team manager.
Yeah.
Wazy. Wazy.
Defeat him and you can do it too. But Kia's gonna kill these guys anyway, so it's fine for now.
Oh, you might want to eat that. Oh, okay. I thought it was a team rush. I thought the enemy could get team rushes too, and I was like, uh-oh.
That would be really funny. Anyway, die.
Perish.
Oh, alright.
Perish.
Risha is an assassin in that she likes dying.
Yeah, I ran her forward into the line of fire there, somewhat inadvisably. I
The
forgot
biggest
that.
assassination Risha has done since her coming back is Noelle's character assassination.
Guys, he's right there. It's a giant. How are you even hitting the floor at that angle from below?
The bullets are just bouncing off of him.
Yes, sir!
She's just scared this whole time. Like, she just keeps looking at Lloyd out of the
She
corner
should
of
be.
her eye, because she's like, no, he's gonna be the enemy. I can tell.
Her master quartz is criminal.
Yeah.
You punts!
Oh, thank God, I thought it was Walt.
Captain Randolph!
Nah, there aren't any characters of consequence here.
What are you talking about? Isn't that Gareth right there? Oh, sorry, I can't really tell.
So, Gareth shows up in another game, and this is why we're beefing with him?
Yeah, no,
Apparently.
so Gareth, I didn't remember him having a name in this, and he may not even have had his name, like, translated in the original one that I played. But the thing about Gareth is he shows up in the middle of Cold Steel 4. Literally, there's already 50 named characters running around, and like 40 of them are antagonists in some capacity, because it's so many games worth of people all at once. And then they show up and he's like, that's right, I'm generic Jaeger design number 17, and it drops his subtitle, Gareth the Blitz, and I was like, you must be fucking out of your gourd if you think there's a universe in which I give two shits about a new character I've never seen before who's just a guy with a gun, you fucking assholes. I got so mad out of nowhere.
Crack open a coal.
Delicious. Boy, that's crap.
A triple digit of named characters. There is probably a solid case to be made for there being a quadruple digit number of named characters, since every NPC is named and are usually they are usually consistent between games. They're just dead.
Yeah, I wish. There's like 3 more fights. I'm just gonna load ahead now. I thought there was more actual dialogue of consequence, but no, it's just like 6 fights against Jaegers.
No one's here?
No, I can sense a presence.
Maybe, but I don't think we're dealing with a person or a monster.
A robot?
It's coming from ahead of us.
So this is what was waiting for us, huh?
I see skies of
Oh, hell yeah. He had a lot of fun designing this guy.
6 target identities confirmed. Time to fight. And I think
What is your sword?
myself, 3
Wait.
belong
That's a
to the
keyblade.
sis.
This is a sword that is wrapped in caution tape.
What?
A machine can detect that? A machine can sing Louis Armstrong?
Oh, is that what you were doing?
I mean, you had to listen to the words because I wasn't doing the voice.
I couldn't hear
I couldn't
any of
make out
that.
what you were saying.
Alright, well, that was complete waste. Never mind.
I was like, I was like waiting for Mo or Austin to laugh in a way that indicates like, a running joke
bit
I am
that
not privy
understand.
to.
Yeah. Sorry.
Hey, Suikoden characters have a fair amount of personality. They do a good job given that they're translated by dog shit.
Marisha, you're just gonna move out of one of those. Bop. S-craft. Okay, Lloyd's buffing. So, Wazy can probably kill the little boy over here. Yep, there it goes. And then, alright, that one will get off. Nemesis Flood should kill off the other one. Yep. Weirdly, 90% of robots in these games are weak to wind, but these guys are weak to water. Floating Star. I should TOS craft as soon as she's at 200. She has a gladiator belt, so she should get there pretty fast. Yeah, I think we're just gonna... Can you be stat down? No. This fight's not that hard, so... Well, I said that about Arios. I realized after I talked shit about Arios and then, like, it was actually pretty hard, I realized the next time I picked up the game, like, oh, right. I never did, like, real quartz loadouts for most of the characters. Lloyd walked in there with, like, the quartz that detects treasure chests and shit, and I was like, maybe that's why I was weaker than last time. Ooh, let's see. Yeah, I think we'll go ahead and use Burst.
Speed.
Let's see. Yeah, let's just... Ooh, crit turn for Risha. Oh, crit turn for Wazy. LOL! Alright, let's see. Do you have anything better to do? Not really. Just try to get you back to an S-craft. Bonk. Bonk. Okay. Have an S-craft now, but I'll wait till Burst is over. Yeah, we should be able to kill this guy before he gets another turn, so it doesn't Wow.
Almost. Okay.
大丈夫か？
大丈夫か？
わかるわ。
Oh.
What a beast.
Society and its mechanical pawns are formidable.
That's putting it lightly. It's even stronger than the one we fought at Ravash's joint, you know? The one where we were like 60 levels lower than we are right now?
It must have been modified by that professor of theirs.
I wouldn't be surprised. Why are we crouching? Sorry, I thought we were doing squats.
I just follow everyone. I don't have a brain.
This is a robot.
Doesn't look like there are any other traps. Our top priority is searching for Ellie and Speaker McDowell. Then... What?
Rip Lloyd.
Oh.
How in the world?
Ah, damn.
Alright,
Just
now,
malfunctioning.
let me prepare to use my charging attack, which should...
I don't even need to finish it. You know what
Reference
bit I'm
secured it.
doing.
It's just for me, and I know what you're going for.
the Sunday carrot patch.
Sure would be inconvenient if you moved out of the way.
Causing
Okay, here I go.
I don't think so.
Me too, Ellie.
Huh?
I wish this game franchise would just allow people to like walk on in not a big damn heroes moment, because it
Yeah.
like it undermines all of them.
Yeah.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, everyone's just like, alright. Ellie!
Our strongest combatant, able to dispatch a robot that we ourselves could not.
Well, she learned Dudley's gun technique.
Oh,
of
that's
instant
fair,
death
actually.
blows.
That's 100% fair.
It is Ellie.
Ha!
So you were safe all along, huh?
Oh, I've wanted to shoot a gun for weeks at this point. Oh, I missed you guys.
Well, this is a little awkward, considering we were the ones coming to save you. That doesn't matter, though. Thanks for having my back, Ellie. You saved me.
I'm gonna beat you up.
She runs past Lloyd and punches Noelle in the face.
So, Mo,
What's
you know how you like these characters, and they're doing these scenes where it's like, it's been so long since we've seen you, and it's been like, one sitting. Oh, is this auto-scrolling? Sorry.
Yeah, it's auto-scrolling.
My bad. Oh,
Ellie.
fuck. It took me too long to realize. I ate your moments, Mo.
It's okay. Oh, thank you. Thank goodness. Ugh, are you okay? Is it really you? I thought I might never see you again.
Yeah, Cold Steel 2 is an entire game of this, where
Yeah.
you lose your shitty classmates, and then you spend, 30 hours doing this, the thing we did in, 2.5 hours
Over and
right
over
now.
again.
Except, unlike this game, you don't even like all of them.
It's a good thing I'll never play these games, Jello. It's a good thing.
I mean, you say you don't even like all of them as if you guys like Noelle, but...
Well, you don't even like a majority of
Okay,
them.
yeah.
Well then.
I think most of the
Alright.
Cold Steel beginning class 7s are about on tier with Noelle.
Huh?
Which is to say, they're okay.
What's going on?
I'm happy you're okay, but their stares are getting kind of hard to ignore.
Oh, it's fine. Don't worry, I'm probably just gonna do some tsundere shit.
Anyway, yeah, but...
Ugh, I'm just happy Lloyd's okay, because I thought he was gonna be hurt by that archaism just now, because
See,
you
now
guys shit.
If I were writing this is the point the archaism comes back to life and hits them. Uh-huh.
Anyway, we're not going to dignify this.
Alright, I feel like no one's listening to me. You know what? It's fine. Whatever. Just put me back. I see you have
God.
Rita. I see you have the whole crew. Like, let's go. I'm tired of being cooped up here with my grandpa. It's a nightmare.
Yeah, we don't need to just...
Are we doing an off-screen
forward,
explanation? Oh, okay.
forward
yeah.
to the...
so
Oh, okay.
it would seem.
Oh,
Very-
Yona's here.
Save me.
That robot was powered by my farts.
Speaker
No, sir,
McDowell.
we killed that. We already had the ultimate apotheosis of that bit. I'll let it rest in dignity.
Allow me to send that bit off. That was supposed to be taps. It was harder than I thought.
Clarification.
Speaker McDowell, are you alright?
And yeah,
Sup, guys? Long time no see, huh? Man, you all are lifesavers, you know.
Jonah was brought here by Belle not long after we were. He got on our bad side by continually trying to hack Orcus Tower central mainframe or some other.
So she went down there, grabbed him out of the geofront, and just brought him here.
That Belle of yours is a freaking witch, lady! How cruel do you have to be to the Jakob? Yona's sacred in this boring place! There isn't even a terminal here that I can mess with!
That explains that.
for a shut-in like you, she may as well have been starving you to coma.
What say we leave the details for later?
I just love Austin's portrayal of this guy.
I take it you're here to rescue us.
Oh, we are!
You got it! This is a breakout!
So if it's all right with you, can we get to making our escape now? Ah, classic Wazy.
Of course. The time for neutrality has passed. After these recent events, I can no longer remain silent.
That's right, you know.
All right, then. Let's get out of here before my uncle's goons decide to come barging in.
We need to secure our escape route and get everyone back to the Merkaba in one piece.
Shut up, Noelle. We're going out the front door.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can't believe we left Noelle back on Michelin.
Yeah.
I've missed a few weeks, and the cast went from taking things maybe 60% seriously to like 10% seriously. Are they okay? It's just certain specific things that we're kind of dumping on.
It's also, the longer we read these, the stock scenes that play at like stock beats, we respect like to
Less
a
and
negative
less.
degree.
Yeah.
So the like Lloyd, I literally was like, did I get his name right? Is it Reen or Lloyd? No joke. Lloyd is such a player with all these ladies. We're just like, this literally doesn't matter.
God, I've seen this a million times already, even before I played this game, ever.
Are you sure you want to go through with this, Speaker McDowell?
I'm a vampire. There will undoubtedly be citizens who disagree with me. Those who have not yet gazed deep unto my eyes. They will be executed. However, I believe it will be impossible for us to move forward as a state if we don't take action now. Even if this decision does cost us order and supremacy.
It's true.
A declaration of invalidity towards the independent state of Crossbell. The only one of us who could possibly pull that off is Crossbell's former mayor turned speaker.
Yes, but how will the announcement be made to the public?
If only we had somebody involved in the media here with us right now.
Good question. There's no point if the message doesn't reach the citizens or the defense force. Yona has an idea regarding that. Also, I just realized, judging by the potato baby's skin tones, is Amos supposed to be black? Because his portrait isn't, but his skin tone is noticeably darker than everyone
Definitely
else.
darker than everyone else's.
It's the same thing that they did with Michelle.
Oh yeah, you're right.
There's a signal booster from the wireless orbital network test with Lamont located at Tangram Hill.
I forgot to tell you guys, I fucking ended up doing the Michelle voice for a video game.
Oh, nice.
So that's in there somewhere.
I hope you did specifically the voice from when he called on the phone and we didn't know who it was. It was just husky for hello, Lloyd.
Hello.
If you can get us there, I should be able to hack it. I just played Persona 5. I'm thinking we do kind of like a calling card. I should be
Persona 5 invented jazz, you know.
I should be able to keep the channel open for about 10 minutes, about a month. So if you can make your speech under that, we're golden.
I'm a little lost, but you're saying you can take over those monitor cars that were parked all over the city?
Yes, and I can get the message broadcast to the Defense Forces terminals too. That should allow us to meet the conditions that Commander Bales laid out.
If the President's authority is challenged, the Defense Force may withdraw and enter a wait-and-see position. The phrase most powerfully unreadable in a normal text.
And they did hyphens this time.
Yeah, now it has
no, they
hyphens.
did it differently
Also,
this time.
I guess his portrait's a little tanner than most
It
other
is.
people. Okay.
I would say it's substantially, but I don't know if...
Yeah.
That would make moving around the state much easier for us.
Lloyd, Rain.
Listen well, Lloyd. Declaring Crossbell's independence invalid is still only a proposal. As our faction's leader, we can set the idea aside if you are against it. No, there won't be any need for that. Once upon a time, Dieter told us about his view of justice while he was still just the CEO of the IBC.
You remember when he was like, I'm evil?
Humans have ever been in pursuit of justice. That is what drives us forward, gives us the will to move on. Justice is the foundation of a trustworthy society. Political corruption, the criminal underworld, even if the police cannot tame them, the economic prosperity we currently experience allows our citizenry to live their lives in relative comfort. However, despite the dire situation, people still seek justice. From the very core of their being, they desire it once more. Because no matter what shape or form justice takes, people will always pursue the security that is a trustworthy society. That is why I expect great things from you. You may be the cure to the plague Crossbell struggles against. You all, in your own ways, seem to be desperately pursuing justice. It's important that you show it in ways your average Crossbellan can comprehend. That way they can see that justice is not out of reach.
Those were Dieter's words.
Crazy to think back on it now.
It feels like a lifetime ago despite not even being 1 year.
Crazy how I could quote him word for word. Based
Great
off
impression, too.
Yeah. Regardless, the president did say all of that himself. I couldn't tell you what he meant by any of it, or if he was just telling us what we needed to hear. Either way, we can't deny that it had an impact on us.
I agree.
It was an interesting spin on things, I'll give him that.
Yeah. This time I'm going to turn his own words against it and shove him right up his candy ass. For our sake and his. More importantly, we need to do this to reach the citizens and the CDF. Very well. I'll take his words under consideration and deliver an answer to them in my declaration. That'd be great.
We're really doing this.
Uh-huh. But let's put together a game plan first. Yona, Fran, we're going to need your help with a little technical support. You got it.
Gotcha covered!
The end.
Game just ends. It's like, yeah, that's good enough.
Cold Steel.
Starting to hit me just how far we've come in a short amount of time.
You're right. It's easy to forget that this is still the same little Crossbell we've been working to defend all year.
This is a small thing. This is just a personal thing. I wish games were a little more willing to like have longer time gaps. Like it's weird to me that this has all happened in like 6 to 8 months.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would have been fine to be like, yep, we've been working together for 1.5 years or 2 years now. I don't like it, and it's very a lot happens too fast in this universe.
Yeah, that's more or less what I was about to say. Speaking
from someone who's been spending 2 months to get like $40 from a fucking moving company and has been 10 weeks now waiting for one door to come on a car, nothing moves this fast. Like
you're 2 arcs in.
No single gear of any piece of bureaucracy or politics moves fast enough for this shit. And I don't know why, but it does bother me a lot, actually.
Yeah, that's fair. True, but I think that's because True, but I think that's because what's happening right now affects more than Crossbell. The entire continent is moving. There's other games happening right now. We're likely witnessing a historical turning point.
Imagine if Lloyd being in jail was like half a year of time. He comes out, he's got like stubble and shit.
Finally! But after a brief 6 months, I've managed to grow stubble.
I was gonna say
his head is shaved. He's got stubble. He's got like a little teardrop tattoo.
Lloyd has big, cannot grow any facial hair energy.
Yeah.
Lloyd has one spot on his cheek that grows no hair at all, and so he just shaves everything to prevent that from being an issue. Also, I'm not projecting.
Okay.
You're still struggling with the fact that you'll be opposing Maribel and President Croyce, aren't you?
I can't deny it. Despite what they've done, it doesn't change them being like family to me for years. It's very weird. There's even like a small part of me that can sympathize with what they're trying to accomplish on a political level, but it's like real evil shit. Like, you saw what Belle was wearing.
I didn't know you felt that way.
And we can't forget, there are still folks gunning for Crossbell out there, like the Blood and Iron Chancellor was.
Yes, but I do want to make myself perfectly clear. No matter what happens, I'm a part of the special support section. That'll never change, but my feelings are complicated about literally everybody I have ever known in my life.
Yeah, no, that's fair. And I know that you might that question might have only just been brought up because we just tossed Noelle overboard. But
oh yeah, did we finally kill her? I was waiting for someone to do it. Like, I didn't want to like dirty my hands with it, but it needed to be done.
Like, whenever
Ellie, you were right here. You helped.
Whenever, I'm
when I kill, I enter a sort of fugue state.
You see, in addition to everyone else around me being a secret villain, I am also a secret villain. Have I told you about my personality, Eel, which is my name but backwards?
This is Kingdom Hearts.
Or yeah, my evil persona, Eli.
There's an X in there.
It's silent.
Thank you, Eli.
Look at you being a team player, Mademoiselle Eli. What happened to all that talk about the CPD being the temporary gig?
Well, that was before Ernest. That was before
all my other
friends.
life prospects were ruined.
Ernest, my best friend who I hung out with in jail and caught up with.
He helped me craft my first shiv.
Interesting. Hate that. Well, it was supposed to be temporary, and I won't deny that's how I saw it when we first started. But things started getting crazy. We adopted a child.
God, we sure did.
Yeah.
He helped me. He spotted me a lot when I was working out in prison. You wouldn't believe it, but that guy is jacked as shit.
Ernest,
Wow,
I don't believe you.
This is the first time I've ever been sad 2 male cohorts of mine have ever gotten closer.
I'll be honest, I'm about to delete an entire tag off my AO3. It may be temporary, but, the SSS is where my heart will always be until you end up evil. So, no matter which path I take in the future, everything I do will be built on the foundation of what I learned as a member of the SSH, which is to trust nobody.
Well put.
Yeah?
I feel exactly the same way.
Yeah, I guess we all got pretty lucky that the chief ever started up this crazy division. Hey, hold up, though. Come to think of it, the SSS was all your brother's idea, wasn't it?
I'm gonna need someone to avenge my murder!
I guess it was. I doubt even he could have imagined what it would become. We're going to solve this case and take Kia back. Until we do, we can't say the SSS has accomplished its mission. That's our ultimate goal. But I'm not saying that to be hasty or to force it to come true. We'll get there. We'll save her, so long as we keep facing forward as a team. And for the sake of what's precious to us.
You're right.
You're right. Oh, no, never mind. Now we need to find the chief. I miss having his information to rely on.
Wouldn't
so
it
do
be
I.
crazy if he was evil? Like, and this is just me like working through some trauma. What if what if Sergey evil? What would you guys do? Thoughts? No.
I just be
Oh,
sad.
almost forgot. Yep.
There we go. have to properly toss her off the ship.
That's a good place to end it for
That's a
tonight.
good one.
Yeah.
I don't think I need to
myself.
save. Yeah, no, I don't. I already have. This is exactly where I ended when I played Oust.
Love it.
Oh, that's good. I didn't quite
You
think we
did
were gonna
manage.
make it.
Yeah,
but
we did manage to end.
we skipped exactly enough to get through the most important parts, and we've got the whole party back. So next time, things are gonna. Man, can you believe we got our whole party back in one street? Like, I know I already said, but like,
Yeah.
I forgot how quickly this happened, and it happened. And I was like, God damn, you guys couldn't have just literally taken this game and be like, well, if we cut the first half of our sketched out plot for Cold Steel 1, we can just do this in the second half and do the whole Civil War arc in one game.
No.
Yeah. No. Oh no. Yeah. No. Aaron, when you were reading that Croyce flashback, it like very distinct thought in my head of, I think most of my like for this character is coming from Aram's performance rather than just him. So
That's
a thing.
That's good? Question mark?
I mean, I like him overall. I just have this unshakable feeling I won't by the end. I just think he's too stupid. But we'll see.
Oh.
And I like your performance as him a lot.
Well, next time, I think I know about where we'll get. It's gonna be big and juicy. I'll probably end up doing some dungeoning off screen and reloading saves strategically. And God willing, I think we can do the rest of this game in 3 more streams if I'm pretty aggressive about doing combat and dungeon shit off screen.
Okay.
The final dungeon in this game is really long, but most of it is not that important story-wise, so I think we'll probably do it like I did for the final dungeon of the last game and kind of just save before every fight. Yeah, but we're getting there. Man, and soon we'll be at the end of the trail.
I'll be so
The
sad.
trails will be at
Don't-
Azure finally.